My fellow Americans, I have come with an apology. Last week, I scared the beloved Jesus out of my two wonderful co-hosts by hopping on to complain about what I believed was slander relating to Turnabout Corner. In the process, I made them feel unsafe and bad, and I deeply apologize. I've really grown as a person. I suffer from anxiety and depression. All my friends said I did nothing wrong. I'm sorry that what I said made you feel bad. Anyway, it's Space YAOI time.
Space YAOI. The free subscription. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, where's the ukulele? I'm sorry. Alright, let me pull up my recorder. I just start playing, my heart will go on.
Anyway, Space YAOI.
Space YAOI.
I was promised
welcome
Space
to
YAOI.
Apollo Justice Cosmic Brownies.
I was just thinking earlier today I wanted a cosmic brownie. Anyway, that's unrelated. Cosmic Tournament. Let's go.
That shit is cosmic. Let's go.
The only time we'll get to hear this character speak. Teehee.
Wait, do I have a... Wait, are we... Hold on.
The courtroom bombing incident. A terrible attack launched by the will of a madman.
Do you want me to take him then?
That incident perfectly symbolized the state of the legal world in this dark age of the law.
Not yet.
The metaphor is on the nose.
Mr. Wright brought it to a resolution. Of sorts. Ted Turnate was discovered to be the one responsible for the bombing. If only it were that simple. Somehow I can't help but think that there's a darker influence at work. One that's lurking in the shadows, waiting. That's why I want to review the trial that was taking place when the bombing occurred. After all, I've got more than a few personal stakes in it. Whack! Anyway!
I'm gonna scream at one point. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry in advance.
I'm intrigued!
I love Lupin, the third, part 5.
One hour remaining until launch. Please begin your final equipment check.
Check complete. Everything's A-okay. We're ready here whenever you are.
Shut the fuck up! Okay, sorry.
Come in at 2.
Me, you, and my bestie is one line.
Do you copy?
Oh my god, it's Ava!
That's better than my other bestie.
This is straight up Ava. Probably. I saw a flashing emergency on a screen with a specific angle, and I said Evangelion. PSC Ray.
Dun 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 dun!
Oh.
No! No!
This is Among Us.
It is.
Among Us.
Welcome to Among Us. Welcome to Among Us.
Welcome to Bogus.
Anyway, I'm fine.
Are you?
It's
Are you
literally
sure?
it's literally just Jack and Amy, like, fuck.
I'm afraid. Anyway.
No,
December 16th.
we're just unnormal. It's okay.
December 16th, 9:12 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Time for another trial to begin.
Oh my god, I love when Apollo Justice is the lead in the Apollo Justice trilogy.
It rarely happens to me. But this one is different.
This is Max.
Is it?
It is.
Oh, I know who this is. Sorry to bother you, but...
Queen!
Are you alright, Apollo?
Was I making a scary face just now? Oh, hi, Juniper. Yes, I'm fine. I was just doing my cords of steel exercises. Now I'm all ready to go.
Yes, knowing you, I'm sure you'll be just fine. Oh, I brought you a present from my garden.
Is
Carrot
this...
you can stick up your...
Icon.
You know what? I know someone who will appreciate this a lot more. Hey, come here!
Did you know that carrots are good for your eyesight? You lied to me.
Is this a lotus root?
That's right. My grandma says lotus root is good for your eyes.
You lied to me!
She even says that if you look through the holes, it can help you see into the future.
Hey, Clavier, can you meet this girl? Her name's Juniper. I think you'd like her.
They met! They literally hung out!
Mr. Gavin, don't you dare!
Stop stealing my bitch!
It's for good luck. Maybe later you can cook it and...
Thanks for this. I'm gonna have some right now.
Oh my!
Kind of tough, though.
You can't eat it raw. You'll die.
You can eat me raw, though. I mean, what?
Thank you for the enthusiastic try.
Oh, she didn't think me weird before. She will now. I've got to calm down.
Me and the bad bitch I pulled from being fucking stupid. In her head, she's like, oh, I can't not fuck him.
Oh, he's so dumb.
Apollo, me and the autistic bitch I pulled from being bad. Apollo, sorry I'm late.
Are you flirting with my girlfriend, Apollo? Stop it.
Hi, Fina.
Junie, I didn't know you were coming today. Hey. Did you come to cheer Apollo on? Oh, I get it. You sly little thing, you.
And like her mood matrix just like slowly turning red behind her smile. Athena, stop! You're embarrassing me.
Quit kidding around, Athena.
I'm sorry. That was me. I thought that was me.
Quit kidding around, Athena. The trial's set to start any second. Is everything all set?
Oh, Apollo, Apollo. When will you ever figure it out?
Figure out what?
What? That I am completely ace? Oh, this is Kate,
I think that was for
think.
you.
Oh,
no,
wait, me?
no, it is.
No, this is Kate.
No, it's Kate. It's Kate.
That's one way to do it.
Perfect.
Wow, that is the longest sigh I've ever heard.
That's
I
what
think
it's
they
supposed
were.
to be.
I throwed you down.
Fuck. This is it. It's all over for me.
Larry Butts 2!
Literally, I was like, I just got immediate Larry impression. I'm like, I can't do that. They're gonna find me guilty. Fuck! This is our client, one Mr. Solomon.
So you were
Soul.
asking about Space YAOI, right?
Is this our man's? Chad, is this our man's?
No.
Oh, come on. Let me have some fun.
One Solomon Soul Starbuck. He's a very famous astronaut who happens to be an acquaintance of mine. You wouldn't know it right now, but he's usually a very upbeat and driven person.
Can you believe that they said Apollo knows astrology, therefore
Therefore,
let's make one of his backstories about space?
Apollo is absolutely the kind of bitch to get astrology and astronomy confused. The scene of the crime this time happened to be the Cosmos Space Center.
Really? Because it looked like different in the anime cutscene.
It looked like it had a different name. Back in high school, my best friend and I went there almost a little too much.
We found all the nice little nooks and crannies to...
Yeah, there's so much... Oh, there are places in the universe even God doesn't know about, let's just say it like that. But that's where we met Mr. Starbuck. We'd ask about space travel, and he'd launch into story after story with so much passion. Back in those days, the man was 100% my hero. Don't ask why I became a lawyer. Don't worry about it.
He was an hero.
He was an hero. Are you sure you're okay with being my lawyer, Apollo? Of course I'm sure. I know you, Mr. Starbuck. I know you're not the type to commit murder.
You're just the type to make coffee.
Oh my god, his hair's a fucking rocket! Aww, his hair's rocket! His hair's a rocket! Thanks, but... it was supposed to be in space right about now!
I knew you'd have fun with that.
That wasn't very Scorpio Sun, Cancer Moon, Pisces Rising of you.
I love his size. It's so funny.
He's so depressed it almost seems like an act. Hey! That's a thing! It's called imposter syndrome. The launch getting called off must have been a huge shock. I'll probably never get the chance to go into space again. No. Don't say that. Don't stop! Believe it! Besides, you just have
the Court of Steel workout is different than I remember.
You haven't been here in a while, Athena. Besides, you just have to go into space again. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that easy. Just go to space.
Just go to space. I don't think I could face Clay in the afterlife. He just rotted away in the cell.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm fine. Clay Terran. I can't believe he was murdered.
Your name is Earth.
Earth! I love him! He's Earth, and his wife is the moon. His wife is the moon, his husband is the sun.
You have your husband's eyes.
He's perfect, he's so shaped. I should not have had 2 alcoholic drinks before we came in.
No, this is perfect.
No, it's perfect.
This is perfect.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is exactly the energy we need to bring into the introduction of the one, the only, Clay Terran.
The one, the only space cowboy.
It's him, Space Cowboy.
I mean,
Finally,
he was such a
Space Cowboy.
promising astronaut under your command.
I'm gonna be able to make such funny jokes in like a year. Yeah, he was a good guy. Always there to pick me up when I was down.
Amy, that's marriage, baby.
No one loved life as much as him, that's for sure. But we can't have what we want, can we? Can't have shit in Detroit! He was always so full of energy, telling me, "You're fine, Mr. Starbuck." How could something like this happen to a guy like him? Sometimes bad things happen to good people, sir.
Sometimes bad things happen to good people, sure.
I've never seen Mr. Starbuck so down. Clay's gone and I'm going to prison. I lost my girl wallet. I wish I could burn up like a shooting star right now.
Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like
Can we
shooting
pretend
stars?
that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars, Apollo? Mr. Starbuck, you'll be fine. Ah! What is it? What's with the yelling? We'll get to the bottom of this today. You'll see. What is the yelling? It was the nail polish! And in exchange, I want you to go back into space for you and Clay. Promise? Does that mean you'll have lots of evidence to prove my innocence?
Shit, no.
Fuck no, dude! Oh, well, about that. We didn't get to investigate the area as much as I'd have liked, thanks to the police.
Yeah, well, don't tell him that.
I'm fucked. I'm fucked! Everybody thinks I did it! That I was gonna soar like a comet, but I'm just gonna crash like a meteorite.
My thing is space, do you get it?
My thing is space, Apollo! Why do I have to clarify to you, a person named Apollo?
Escaping to the
That my
one
thing is
place
space.
that hasn't been corrupted
There you
by
go.
capitalism.
Space!
Nice.
No, don't say that, Mr. Starbuck. We can't afford to pay royalties to Tim Curry.
Don't count yourself out yet.
I know it's hard to lose a teammate, but you've got to keep going.
And what about you, Apollo?
What about me?
I'm just thinking. Wasn't Clay your best friend?
Oh, I'm compartmentalizing. I don't have time to deal with that right now. We gotta go. Fuck yeah! We need to focus on the trial right now. You all ready to go?
Apollo.
Just don't think
I'm
about
not beating the
people that I-
accusations.
Just don't think about the fact that all the people I admire most in my life, all fucking died or all fucking betrayed me.
Don't worry about it. I'm
The trial's about to
compartmentalizing.
begin. If the defense would please proceed into the courtroom.
Okay, here we go.
This is it. This is one trial I can't afford to lose. Are we going straight into it, or are we allowed to get context? For Clay's sake and our clients, I will find Clay's killer.
No, we're not gonna get context.
Oh, we're just into it.
Classic
We're
case
into it.
4.
Teehee.
All right.
Clay
Fuck.
Karen has been dead for 20 slutty minutes.
December 16th, 9:55 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. I sure would love some context, but okay.
Ooh, I get to
All
take
right, everyone
Simon
stand up.
back. Let's go.
Let's go.
Me.
Court is now in session for the trial of Solomon Starbuck. What a fuck ass
What
name.
the fuck? Dog! I forgot about that shit!
Punished
Yo!
Apollo.
Yo, you good? Dog!
No, he's not good.
I'm missing an eye!
Oh yeah, that just happened off screen. Don't worry about it.
I'm
That
gonna
would
worry
be that
about
would be
it!
so objectively funny. He just shows up, and you see that for the first time,
You're like, whoa!
and then like, don't worry about it, and then he just never
Addresses it.
is never addressed again.
The defense is ready, Your Honor, and does no longer has depth perception.
Excuse me, Mr. Justice.
Yes, Your Honor?
What happened?
Don't worry about it.
No, he's fine. He said so.
I'm fine! The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Are you sure? I don't.
I'm fine, Your Honor! The defense is ready!
I'm sorry, Your Honor. He's been like this since yesterday. He keeps insisting it's just a sty.
Suppose there's something he doesn't want to discuss. Maybe he's entering a touchy age. Very well. And the prosecution? Prosecution appears to be ready as well. I guess I'm just. Oh.
Guess I'll go fuck myself.
We know what that word bubble means.
Not yet. I'm not quite ready yet. Noof!
Oh. Ah! This soon.
The prosecution is now ready.
I really feel like we're missing a lot here. I really do feel like we're missing a lot.
I feel like we haven't hee-hoo-hooed in a while. That's fun. That's fun. Hee-hoo-hoo. That's fun. I miss it.
It's good to... I can't imagine hee-hoo-hooing with an elf. How about with a friend?
I could do that.
Well, it didn't take him long this time.
No one's even like worried about it anymore.
What's up with Blackwell? Apollo, there are bigger concerns here. This is not the player question right now.
Now then, I shall give the opening statement.
Silence.
Okay.
Game.
Oh, it's very delayed. There we go.
This is very laggy.
I'll do it.
You will? Oh, what an unexpected surprise.
And by unexpected, I mean completely expected.
This time, I can't leave it to anyone else.
Okay. Something is off with the two of you today. I can't put my finger on it.
I am very uncomfortable with the energy that we've created in
Did
the studio.
something happen to you two while we were off screen?
I'm scared.
You both seem different somehow. Not even Athena is speechless. Man,
Help me, girlie!
Yamazaki going from I yap to I quiet.
I quiet.
Your opening statement, if you would.
It was just yesterday. The crimes in question occurred at the Cosmos Space Center.
Oh, that famous federal research facility of all things related to astrology, right?
Astrology King.
Astronomy. It's astronomy.
Paul's like, what the fuck?
Anyway.
Wait, what?
A rocket was sent to launch from there. But at 9:28 a.m., before they could even move the rocket to the launch site, wabam!
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
2 explosive devices were detonated, and the launch was cancelled.
My word, 2 bombs?
Your mom
Jeez,
let
your
you-
mom lets you get 2 bombs?
2 bombs?
How dreadful.
The defendant in today's trial is charged with both the bombing and with murder. One Mr. Solomon Starbuck.
Looks like a fucking priest.
He does look like a fucking priest. That's maybe,
Fucking
is that why it's
priest
called
collar.
Solomon?
Solomon. For whatever inane reason, he detonated a bomb on the rocket he himself would be in.
Wow, sounds like such a motive. Solomon Starbuck, I recognize that name.
I've heard of
The
him
name
before.
I just said. Isn't he that famous astronaut?
Correct, your boy.
I love Taka.
Mr. Starbuck was the pilot of the Hat 1 rocket 7 years ago.
7 years ago. Ooh.
As you may recall, despite some interstellar trouble, his mission was a success.
Love that
Oh, is that
movie.
what we're calling it now?
Some say it was a miracle he returned alive. I suppose you could say he's a living legend.
Yeah, because he didn't die. You just
Oh, I
said that.
remember now. He's become something of an international celebrity, right? They even turned that incident into a movie and everything.
Yeah, I do prefer this haircut for him. This 7 years ago haircut. That looks so much better.
We've got a real space pioneer in court today.
But even heroes tumble from their lofty heights. Returning to the subject at hand.
Oh yeah. The victim was one Mr. Clay Terran, a subordinate.
Mr.
of the
Earth
defendant.
Earth.
A sub of the defendant.
Indeed. A loyal disciple brutally stabbed to death by his mentor.
And this time it wasn't consensual. Stabbed to death, you say? I've heard
If
of
you were
that.
penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly. Say that again, but slower.
I'm sorry, Cayman, I can't help but think of your, like, P5 playthrough, because every time I look at Clay Terran, it's like, what do you know about women, gay boy?
What do you know about women, gay boy?
Shout out to Archer.
Shout out to Archer. Ugh.
You mean his death wasn't the result of the bombing?
Correct. Despite his lofty dreams, the victim was seen as an interloper by the defendant. And so, he was sent not into space, but to the universe which we mortals cannot see.
I forgot you were like this. Clay.
We saw him last week!
Yeah, but it's different when I'm voicing him versus when I'm just listening to him yap, you know?
I think I've heard enough. The case seems pretty clear-cut at this point. Guilty.
Guilty.
However,
Fuck!
there is one thing I'm curious about. That metal box next to the witness stand.
What, is there a body in it? You don't know that, Your Honor.
Know that yet?
They don't even know there's a body in it.
What purpose does it serve exactly?
Since you asked so nicely. It's your coffin.
No, it's a okay.
It's so stupid. What the fuck?
I jest. It's
It was
It was a
joke.
goof.
it was a bit, Your Honor. Due to its immense size, we've little choice but to lay it where it rests now.
That's what they say about my penis.
We shall get to the contents of the box in due time.
So what you say before you're about to get with a girl? Is that what you say before going down on someone?
Guys. We're doing great.
I feel like I just lost 50 years off my life.
Does he even have 50 years
Jesus,
left?
Athena.
Athena! Inner monologue, Athena. Inner monologue.
Autistic swag. Enough.
Me and the bad
jabbering.
autistic I pulled by being bitch.
Enough jabbering.
Bobby Fulbright's the name. In justice we trust.
Damn, down to a whistle, huh?
Oh, Detective Fulbright. Very well then, please explain the details of this incident to the court.
Do I have?
BRB,
Hold
and I'm
on.
gonna be back before I voice the character. Let's go. Time me.
Alright.
Ah!
Do I? Okay, I don't even have any. Oh my god, he's pretty.
Yeah.
I.
Yeah. Yeah.
God,
yeah.
there's so many bits I'm gonna be able to make. In like. Oh, it's gonna take us so long. It's gonna take us so long to get there. Oh my god. In like.
I
what,
love
a
your
year?
reaction. He's so pretty.
Oh, he's so pretty. I wasn't expecting him to be pretty.
It's
just
YAOI. What do you
pretty.
expect?
I don't know. It's not always pretty. Like he's just pretty.
Clay down. Yeah, new
Clay
email
down.
dropped.
Fuck, on it. It's been a while since I've well, I think
What
someone
a
has
kissable
to.
face. What
He
ruffable
looks
hair.
he looks so kissable.
No!
You could
Okay, I'm
you
back.
could fluff that hair so. Yeah, sorry. As soon as you left, I opened it and I was like, well, he's just pretty. But
So
yeah,
I
pretty.
could
that's
take those YAOI
kissable
hands
lips.
in my hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
You understand. You
That's
get
kissable
it.
lips. I could
I've-
run my fingies through that hair.
Kate's like, I've never been more attracted to a dead body in my life.
My life. Well, don't say it like that, but okay. He's so handsome. He's so handsome.
He's so,
He's so handsome.
Just ignore Clifford the Big Red stab wound in the middle.
Just ignore it. She's
fine.
sleeping. He's so sleepy. He's
fine.
resting. He's so eepy.
He's fine.
He's so eepy. Man, if I had a nickel for every time that we saw a picture of a dead body in Ace Attorney and the first response was, God, he's gorgeous, I'd have at least 3 nickels.
Who are the others?
Kazuma and some bitch in 2-3.
Oh.
Aspen in 2-3.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you were talking about
Odie
Big
Asman.
Bob. You said
Whoa.
two.
Yeah, you saw Russell Berry slumped over
Oh,
that
that's a
check and went,
dilf right
"Damn."
there. Oh, that's a dilf. Wow. Why do you think I was so excited to join the Tibetam team?
Say, look. See. Here's the thing, Kate. This is why Dual Destinies is a good video game.
Because it has Clay Tarrant and that's it.
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh, he's so pretty.
Could a bad video game give you this kind of emotional reaction? No.
He's so pretty. We gotta move on. It's been like 5 minutes. We gotta move on. But like, oh my God. Okay. Who's in our profiles? Okay.
Clay's in there. You can take a look at him.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Oh, now he's alive. See, now it's less weird. Hi, baby. Hi, Junie. All right. You're 33? Whack. Okay.
Whack.
Whack. What's the difference between a bad golfer and a bad skydiver? One goes, whack, darn. The other goes, darn, whack.
Cool.
Anyway.
Explain the details. On it. First, take a look at this pamphlet from the Cosmos Space Center. In it, you'll find a diagram outlining the overall layout of the Space Center. Here we are.
Let's go to Jupiter. Jupiter mention.
Jupiter mentioned.
I don't even think Jupiter's here.
Where's Jupiter?
Where's
Where
Jupiter?
Are you? Where are you, bestie? For a more detailed look at what's on the left side of this building, please use our website at
www.gyx.
Take a look at this cross-section that we, the police, have created. Thank you. See the launch pad in the main building? Launch pad is the square building and the round is the main building. What is this Danganronpa 2?
I was about to be like, and they're both connected in the same tower. So, if we go in the other door.
It's hooray, flashbacks to the best part of Danganronpa 2.
If you think about it.
You know, I probably had something like this in my head. As we were playing that, and I'm like,
probably.
It probably messed me up trying to figure it out. You got it! The incidents took place in Launchpad 1 and in the main build. I'll be using this diagram during my testimony. It'll make it easier to understand.
Do I get it? Yay!
Yeah, I got stuff.
I love getting stuff. It means I get stuff.
Just before the rocket was set to launch, 2 bombs went off. Boom! Boom! One on the 2nd floor of the Space Center's main building, and one in Launchpad 1.
Okay.
Thankfully, only the 2 astronauts were in Launchpad 1 at the time. The 2 of them managed to make it back as far as the boarding lounge. But after the escape, one of the 2 was found stabbed to death. There was an imposter among us. Fuck, we're in the wrong server.
I know, I was just thinking, like, damn, the one time it's applicable.
A murder on top of a bombing? Detective, the victim was already dead by the time you arrived at the lounge, correct? Yup. Thinking he'd sabotage the bombing, the defendant killed him right there in the rocket. Just look at this tragic photo! Look at those kissable lips!
He's
Look
so
at those
tragically
YAOI hands!
pretty.
Oh my! That hair! Is that
pomade?
Victim's chest?
Space YAOI.
Yes, Your Honor. It's the knife that cruelly ended this young man's dreams.
Wow,
But
you're
not mine,
rubbing
if you
it
know what I'm
in.
saying.
You are.
Wait, why do I have the shot collar now?
Because you were being a naughty boy. Fuck.
Oh shit, we couldn't get prints off it, but victim's blood is on it. I
right?
think. Oh, because the defendant was in a spacesuit. Okay.
Okay.
By the way, Detective Fulbright, why is he so, why are the victim's helmet and right glove absent? This photo.
Just right after the picture was taken, his wrist falls limp and just.
We had to remove them to identify him, I personally removed
I just
his
wanted to
glove
hold
during
his
the
hand.
investigation.
I wanted to hold his hand.
We had to get his fingerprints to confirm his identity after. So it would be very difficult to identify him without a face or fingerprints. Now, there's just one more thing I'd like to inquire about.
I saw you
Because we
do
can't
it.
stop fucking talking before the cross-examination. Put all this information beforehand. What is this round thing next to the victim in this photo?
Something so important to the victim, he took it with him as he escaped the launch pad.
It's just a NASA-themed Daruma doll. Don't worry about it.
A capsule that apparently contains asteroid samples.
No touchy-touchy.
While obviously valuable for research purposes, it has no relation to this case.
Famous last words. I see.
So...
Well, Mr. Justice.
I didn't even... What? So, we know that the bomb in the main building was on the second floor. But where was the bomb that was in Launchpad 1 located? In Launchpad 1, fuck you!
That one was on the rocket itself. It was situated around the central part of the rocket.
Come on!
Apparently the area around the launch pad's elevator was a sea of flames. I would like to submit this diagram report into the record.
The trial's just started and we're already in a bind.
You get used to it. Besides, that's what cross-examination is for, right? What the two astronauts were doing during the bombing. That'll be the key.
So
All right,
press everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Press!
this is the fun part. Press everything.
Everything. Pressing.
Hold it!
How powerful were the explosions?
Well, the one in the main building wasn't strong enough to bring the place down. But the room it went off in was burned black. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. Due in large part, of course, to me stepping up to lead the evacuation.
Me.
Me!
Wait, what were you doing there in the first place, Detective Fulbright?
I'm Bobby Fulbright, hero of justice.
That does not answer the question.
I am the main character now.
No, no, please,
I'll
it's my
be
trilogy!
there
Please, it's
wherever
my
and
trilogy!
Bob Fulbright trilogy.
in Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy week. Wherever and whenever people need my help. I'd go to the other side of the world, or even the edge of the...
I'm not sure he knows how far that actually is, but I guess I'll leave that one alone.
Admirable decision, Justice Durner.
Huh? What do you decide?
Anyway, could you describe what it was like at the Space Center at that time?
The bomb cut the power to the central bank of elevators in the third floor. It was pitch black in there, I tell you. However, the security cameras and whatnot were running on emergency backup.
And how did the evacuation go?
I immediately and heroically whisked people down to the Space Center's basement shelter. Basement shelter? I've heard of that. Yes, there's an emergency shelter beneath the Space Center.
An emergency shelter, huh?
Emergency shelter, huh?
Here it is. It's at the bottom of the diagram.
Wow, that wasn't there before.
The Space Center's pretty impressive to have its own shelter.
It's like, I mean, it's
love my
like,
theme.
Athena's like, I don't know, I just wanted to be included.
I just want to be,
I
I just
know,
want to be
truly.
included this time.
I love my Athena voice, the way it clenches fist changes every goddamn week.
I think
Power
it sounds
outage.
consistent.
Yeah. The power outage and evacuation seem unrelated to the murder at this point. Guess I'll leave that aside for now. So there were 2 explosions in total, correct?
Yep, that's right.
What do you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fucking press.
Hold it!
Let me get this straight. Mr. Starbuck rigged a rocket he was going to board with explosives.
Huh? What are you talking about?
If the defendant really did plant the bomb on his own rocket, he'd get caught in the explosion as well.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
Your fucking honor!
Fine. A simpleton for a simpleton. Fulbright, the motive.
Oh! He was impulsively
Oh,
suicidal.
The motive. The motive for Sullivan. The motive specifically meant to indict Sullivan. Solomon's motive.
Yes, that motive.
Understood. The defendant actually had astrophobia.
He the fuck did
He was
not.
terrified of Osamu Tezuka.
Astrophobia? What's that? Figure it out, bitch! It's
yeah,
Latin!
take a wild guess, dumbass. A fear of space, naturally. Just the thought of space can cause the afflicted to freeze up.
And so, instead of just not going, he was like, no, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just like me for real, but bud, I feel like NASA training is not cheap. You could have saved a lot of money.
And so in his terror, the defendant found a way to stop the launch at the last minute.
By killing himself. Jesus. That's absurd. That's absurd.
Unfortunately for you, we have evidence. Take a look at these.
M-
Pills.
Melatonin.
Estrogen.
He could have been saved. God damn it. What are they?
These anti-anxiety tablets were found among the defendant's possessions.
Yo! We got
The
mood
defendant
stabilizers!
He
The
got that
defendant had
Xanax.
anxiety and depression, therefore is capable of murder.
Therefore, he was capable of murder.
He has.
It's proof.
He's nervous to go on airplanes, okay?
Stuck a finger up his ass to make sure. Apparently he was taking them in secret to quell his fears.
And this is why we need to get rid of the stigma around mental health.
There were a multitude of problems with the rocket Mr. Starbuck rode 7 years ago. Rumor has it he threatened to crash it.
He threatened to
He
crash.
threatened to crash the rocket.
This time I'm really gonna do it! Everyone on
Don't
this
make me
rocket
turn
is
this thing around.
everyone on this rocket is just very suicidal.
He threatened to crash. Okay. That was, of course, very traumatic for Mr. Starbuck.
Objection!
Windows 8 be like, this time I'm really gonna do it.
But that doesn't mean he'd go so far as to blow up his own ship.
Silence!
The defendant couldn't bear to mar his good name, now could he? No. Not after the media had branded him Saul Starbuck, space pioneer extraordinaire. Given these conditions, the defendant could hardly run away like some base mutt.
What, so that's why you think he resorted to the bombing?
Naturally. He constructed this act of sabotage as an attempt to blow up the Space Center, which would effectively abort the launch, but spare his reputation.
Oh!
Jeez, calm down.
No, that's
Now I'm sure
so
you understand.
stupid!
Now, I'm sure you understand why we have to bring justice down on this atrocious criminal.
He's like, do you hear yourself talk? You're
Hold it!
so stupid.
I love how angry and annoyed Apollo.
Cause it's like, this is the, like, personal stakes aside, this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard you try to pull. Like, this
And
is
also
the
Space
dumbest
YAOI.
motive.
Welcome to Ace Attorney.
My boyfriend is dead.
My boyfriend is dead. Are you sure it was only the two of them?
I want to read the fic where Clay is accidentally introduced to Clavier Gavin. And Apollo just has to, like, manage the entire situation. I want to read that so bad.
No, like, it's Clay. Clay comes in and is like, have you heard of this band called the Gaviners? They're really, really good, right? And Apollo's
Apollo
like,
just freezes up.
To love is to suffer, to love is to suffer, to love is to suffer, to love is to suffer.
It was just before the spaceship was set to launch, so of course it was 2.
Ugh. Well, there could have been somebody else inside that rocket.
Silence!
No.
The notion of a third party in Launchpad 1 is utterly absurd. Just to enter the area from the lounge, one must pass through a door guarded by a fingerprint recognition device. And allow me to state up front that there are precious few with the clearance to do so.
Fingerprint recognition device. I haven't heard of it.
Dog, don't we have that in the fucking evidence locker room?
Yeah.
Why do you not know what this is?
We think anyone on this team remembers Rise from the Ashes? Actually, it's not as amazing as you think. You literally have one on your locker.
You-
Take a look at this photo.
Have one on your locker.
This is like the WiiWare game Jet Rocket. Any of my Jet Rocket homies in chat? Hey. Anyway, this is the door in the lounge with the fingerprint. Only personnel whose fingerprints are registered can pass through. I see. It's very different from what I had in mind.
What the fuck did you have? Don't tell me. I don't care.
Is there a record of the number of people that passed through that door yesterday? Yes, there were only 3. The defendant, the victim, and the killer. The director of the Space Center, Yuri Cosmos.
No!
Space Yuri, as you, if you will.
To counterbalance.
This too is Yuri Gagarin.
Then doesn't that mean it's possible that the director is the one who did it?
It's just a picture of, like, a Sputnik. This too is Yuri. I know he wasn't on Sputnik, I'm making a joke.
Not a chance. He was in the main building when the bombs exploded at 9:28.
It's just Yuri Lowenthal's headshot.
Did you know that Yuri Gagarin died in a plane crash in 1968?
I know now.
Thank you, Final Jeopardy from a few days ago. I did not know that.
Doing his job directing the launch. Besides having an alibi, he has no motive for committing these senseless acts.
He has a point. I guess the director can't be considered a suspect then. Yeah, he can, but go off, I guess. 2 of them managed to make it back as far as the boarding line. So, while it would appear that the pair barely escaped with their lives, in actuality, one of them had already been murdered inside the rocket. That's the angle the prosecution wants to push, correct?
Against the opening cutscene?
You got it. In fact, that's what I've been trying to say this whole time. If the victim had been alive, he would have for sure tried to stop the bombing.
How? How? Is there any chance Mr. Terran could have been killed before he boarded the rocket?
They were both alive and well at boarding time and embarked under their own power. Their hearts full of hopes and dreams of space.
You just said he has astrophobia, but fuck you, I guess. And then both of their hopes and dreams were dashed.
He just wanted to go to the moon.
Isn't that an Undertale song?
Hopes and dreams, yeah.
If I may continue my explanation.
It's just like
It's funny.
Athena really quietly under her breath. Isn't that an Undertale song? Yeah.
straight up, tales from my teaching career. I'm basically telling students that, like, yeah, the Bible's probably written, like, books of the Bible probably written like papyrus, you know, sort of an ancient form of paper, and they're trying to figure out how to spell it. And I'm like, okay, it's Papyrus, like the Undertale character. They're like, oh.
Okay.
After the evacuation order was given,
Whatever works.
the defendant made his escape, carrying the victim to make it look like a rescue.
Two. Escape.
I thought it was my internet for a minute there.
I know. I
whoa.
was making the joke.
And who was the first to find the victim?
Actually, there were two of them.
Oh, this is getting out of hand.
The Space Center Director, Yuri Cosmos, and Detective Candace Arm.
That bitch! You're here! And is she in the room with us? Yeah, she is actually. Don't worry about it.
One of them was a detective. Yup, Detective Arm specializes in bombings. This is a universe of, what's it called when, like, your name determines who you are? Nominative determinism.
I think.
This is a universe where nominative determinism reigns supreme. She and the director were ordering the evacuation explosion. They were also worried about the astronauts, so they hurried over to the boarding lounge. That's when they discovered the victim, along with the defendant.
The beautiful, beautiful victim. Tracing his jaw.
Who did you do this with before? Oh, you did that with Trucy before.
I did it.
Right.
No, I did it. Maybe. Yes, I did it with.
Yeah,
I
you
did it
did.
with Truce. I did it with Three and Nosuke, and now I've done it with Clay.
Of course.
Because it was
For
mid
those who
dance
can't see.
deduction. It was mid dance
Kate
deduction.
Kate is running the mouse hand over his cheek.
Over his beautiful jawline. Two witnesses, huh? One of them is a detective. There were two
And the
witnesses.
prom's tomorrow.
And the prom's tomorrow. I doubt either one would have anything to say that would help me.
Alright, that's fucking enough. Only the victim and the defendant were on the launch pad when the former was killed. I know there's a DuckTales joke here somewhere. If this
I've been
is the
trying
truth,
to think of it.
then only Mr. Starbuck could have carried out this crime.
I thought there was gonna be like, what little I care. What little I could get out of him only hurt my case.
Justice Dono. Foolish is the warrior who rushes headlong into battle. Preparation is an essential element of battle, so I advise you to take a gander at this.
I know they're 100 years apart, and I don't give a fuck. I need Cosmo and Black Will to meet each other. So bad.
Samurai.
The Twisted Samurai on a mission.
Samurai.
What is that?
It's a disc. Can't you see?
No.
Footage
Depth
from a
perception's
security
fucked.
camera. As the two astronauts emerge from the bowels of the launch pad 1 corridor. The boarding lounge security camera captured their desperate escape.
Objection. Turnabout samurai rules. You don't know who's in there, man. You do not know. You do not know.
Now, I would direct your attention to what the defendant is shouldering. Which you can see is none other than the lifeless body of the victim.
What? Turnabout samurai rules. You don't know who's in there.
Order, order, order in the court. Order, 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 order in the court. This lines up exactly with what the prosecution has been asserting. Almost like they were building to this piece of evidence they already had.
I should have known Blackwell would have something like this ready.
Yes,
Fuck.
a video. That's for sure what it is.
Apollo? How exactly did they determine that Clay was already gone in that footage?
Oh, I see what you mean. Whether Clay was still alive at that point is pretty crucial. Your Honor, please take another look at the footage. Isn't it possible that Mr. Terran was still alive here and that Mr. Starbuck was helping him?
I like that Apollo is like a completely different angle than his usual. Have you noticed? Because they want to like show most of his face visible with the bandage. He's at like a completely different angle than his usual. Right.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Well, I believe you're right. No, I'm Justice. One man carrying the other to safety. What a beautiful expression of friendship.
That's my boyfriend, sir.
Silence.
I have no friends. Perhaps that's what it looks like to a one-eyed hothead and a dotard.
Dotard.
But it only makes sense if it's the victim's dead body.
What do you mean?
Fulbright, explain it to Justice Dono.
You got it. Ready, kid? If the murder had occurred in the lounge, someone could have spotted it. Anyone can enter the lounge after. But doing it while they were alone in the spaceship? That's a horse of a different color.
Well, because if you nut in space, it push you backward.
Objection!
But you can't deny
it push you backward.
if you nut in space, they push you backward, Your Honor. But you can't deny that there's a possibility the murder could have happened in the lounge. All that video shows is a man helping his fellow astronaut out.
Silence.
Like bros.
Your assertion is based on
Based.
emotion.
Your assertion is based. Yeah, I'm fucking angry.
Based. It's based on your beliefs. Belief that Mr. Starbuck would surely help his own disciple.
Who hurt you?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, but there was someone. Okay.
But you have no logical explanation as to why the victim could still be alive.
Ugh.
Fortunately, Mr. Justice, the prosecution is right. Okay, let's be real. Both
It's
sides, like, there's not conclusive evidence.
Yeah, no one's good at this one. No one's doing good. But it sounded
Everyone's
perfect.
fucking up.
Everyone's fucking up. But it sounded perfectly logical to me.
Well, Mr. Justice, if you have no further objections, I believe it's time to bring this cross-examination to a close.
I didn't actually do anything. I just pressed everything. Objections. Well,
Your Honor, the defense requests a little time to think and regroup.
It's called a recess, babe.
Athena, it's been 20 minutes. We don't need a recess.
I'm trying to hit word count.
Given the facts, I'm not sure I see the need.
What is it, Athena?
It's just... there's something that's been bothering me. If it isn't the defense stalling for time, as always. Very well. I'm feeling generous. You may have a small measure of time. Yes!
Yes!
You have 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
After that, I declare this cross-examination to be closed and a verdict to be rendered. Your boldness, raise your gavel high. It's time for a countdown.
Now
Well, that
it's
was the
time
first
for a
case.
breakdown. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it. never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna. Wow, wow, wow!
Ready?
We don't have time. Spit it out, Athena.
What's in your mouth? Only 3 more seconds.
Look, I don't think the prosecution's explanation is very complete.
Meaning?
Meaning there's something missing. Like they conveniently left it unexplained.
Something they didn't explain? Something they didn't explain. Oh! You're right! I think I know what you're talking about.
You're 5. This is so stupid.
Bitch, that was like 20. Thank you.
There's no reason to. I'm just hee-hee-hooing over here. Your 5 seconds are up, Mr. Justice. Anything about the argument you'd like to rabbit?
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, there is. There's something the prosecution has yet to make clear at this court. To this court, whatever.
If you put it that way. What is it?
Why move it? Why move it?
Why move it?
They have failed to explain why Mr. Starbuck would bother bringing the body back at all. If the defendant wanted to kill the victim, why didn't he just leave his body in the rocket? Why go through the trouble of bringing him all the way back to the boarding lounge?
Oh! That's true. I don't think we've heard the prosecution's thoughts on that yet.
That's because they have none, Your Honor. After all, how does one explain something so illogical? The prosecution is claiming that the defendant moved the victim's dead body.
I can't explain it, but this feels like Christoph Gavin.
It does! But what if the entire premise of that argument is wrong?
Then let's hear your theory, Mr. Justice.
The defense proposes that the defendant didn't kill the victim. He was helping him. Ah!
Fulbright, explain it for our sad friend here before I nod off to his monotone monologue. Inform him exactly why Space Boy...
Space Boy!
Huh? Oh, they've got to be joking.
It's simple. Mr. Starbuck did what he did to direct suspicion away from himself. He wanted to create the impression he heroically risked his life to save his partner. That's why he made sure to make it to the security camera, so there'd be a record.
At the very least, he appears to have achieved success with you and the old man.
Ugh.
I just said this.
Yeah.
It's cold in the vacuum of space.
The average person wearing a spacesuit weighs easily over 200 pounds. That's lowballing, to be honest.
That's
But-
very much lowballing.
Saving the life of a partner who weighs as much while trying to escape deadly flames. What a dramatic sob story fit for the silver screen.
Indeed, I was completely taken in by the humanity of the story.
You see, yet the true ending is that all traces of his hammy act were meant to be blown up. Yes, and now we arrive at the thrilling conclusion. The third explosion.
Objection!
Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum.
What are you talking about? There was no third explosion!
Silence.
Indeed.
Hey, remember
you
when
are
his
correct.
thing was like psychological manipulation?
Yeah,
What happened to that?
Yamazaki.
He's just a good
But that is thanks to Detective Arm. It was she who identified and secured the bomb.
It would be very funny. And now we get to the grand finale, the third explosion, and then the bomb goes off. Da 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 na na.
I kind of thought that's what was about to happen, I'll be honest.
However, it doesn't change the fact that the third bomb was discovered in the lounge. The steel coffin beside the witness stand. That would be a bomb transport.
I love that he calls
There's
it a
a
coffin
lady
because that's
in
what it
there.
is. He calls it a coffin because that's what it
There's-
is when they don't know.
There's a lady in there.
Oh, gee.
Oh, gee whiz.
We used that to transport the deactivated bomb here.
It
They're probably
very
gonna bring
heavy,
this
almost
up.
like lady heavy.
It was like lady heavy. You know, 90 pounds, like a lady is. You know that? I forget if they mentioned this in the first case, but like, if it's not cold in there, that shit's gonna smell. It's gonna smell so bad in a minute.
Oh, like inside the.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I guess if
dead
it's like
bodies.
that sealed off, maybe it's not leaking
Well,
out, but like,
She's also not been dead for that long. Like
I know.
Didn't this happen like right before the trial or something?
I think so, yeah, because they were like, there's nothing else to do. I don't fucking know, and she
Yeah.
was thrown in there.
Yeah.
So I mean, if it's that fresh, but I mean, like, still though, over the course of the trial here, might get a little smelly.
It
I
was
don't know.
found in
I
the
don't know
lounge.
if decomposition is that fast.
It's pretty fast.
It's fast, dog.
All right.
A-
Thank you
a
for.
bomb.
I don't know the detail. Else, I guess.
A bomb in the form of a most distasteful toy.
What?
One on the second floor of the main building, one on the launch pad, and one in the lounge. The defendant planned to set off 3 firework displays.
Do you like fireworks?
Fortunately, the third was discovered before it could be detonated. For had it not, the victim's body and other vital evidence would surely have been immolated.
Objection!
I've immolated him so many more times. Fuck.
Before you utter a word, know that the evidence supports me.
Twitter's on my side.
You're going to be cancelled, Apollo. It's like he's reading my mind. He's using psychological manipulation, remember? His thing.
No, I think the whole thing of like, it's less of like the Von Karma like planning your trials out, but more like he's very good at like telling a narrative to sort of cover over his tracks.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like the loss, like, you know, if the evidence is in some way lacking, he can
He'll
crack
figure
a
it out.
really good story to like
Yeah.
distract you from it. I just wish that they like drew more attention to like that as like an
Yeah.
aspect of his prosecution style.
Hi,
Hi,
Jupiter.
Time for space YAOI.
Oh my gosh, we were just
We were talking about you.
As it is still undergoing forensic investigation, I do not have the evidence on hand. However, know that a peculiar item was found in one of Mr. Starbuck's pockets.
What does he got in his pockets?
Specifically, a bomb detonation switch.
You found what? That could be the objection. That could be the remote for a vibrator. You don't know.
He, and dare I say it, who. I suspect the defendant had no time to destroy such damning evidence. When the Space Center director and Detective Arm stumbled across the murder. So he thought to hide it in his pocket. Feeble-brained that he is.
No! Mr. Starbuck would never do anything like that. Ah! Ah!
This definitely feels like the kind of emotional weight that like Phoenix would have about like Maya being, you know, accused of murder.
Again.
Except this is the first time that we have seen Clay Terran.
I know. God.
That's okay.
Fine.
We'll talk more about it
Fine.
later.
Amy and I fixed it. It's fine.
Justice, Dono. Open your eyes and see the truth.
Listen, it was 2013. If you put two male characters in a room together, it was well established at that point that it would become YAOI. They didn't have to try that hard.
Well, they did give him they really cooked with Clay's design,
They cooked!
and that's about it. It appears to be irrefutable evidence that the accused set off the explosions.
No, there has to be some kind of mistake. This can't be the truth.
Still can't accept it. You'll believe in your client come what may. Then why don't you cross-examine the defendant himself?
See, this is good psychological manipulation, you know?
This has got to be a trap.
It's like Blackwell's controlling the entire game.
Yeah. Seems like he was waiting for me to bring up the body moving issue.
Why do you say that?
Because he had just the right argument when I pointed it out. And to really rub it in, he had a decisive piece of evidence up his sleeve, too. He was trying to shake my faith in Mr. Starbuck and break me down.
Then making you cross-examine Mr. Starbuck at this point was part of his plan, too? Totally underhanded, but I wouldn't expect anything less from him.
There's a few lines that Blackwell had case that I was like, oh, this hits.
Now, let us hear from the arch-villain, the fiendish murderer himself. Famed astronaut Solomon Starbuck. Starcuck.
What'd you fucking call me?
Good job, Prosecutor Blackwell.
Good one. Good one.
Name and occupation.
Solomon Starbuck. Astronaut. How did this happen?
Mr. Starbuck, you aren't looking very well. Will you be able to give testimony?
No. Your Honor,
Well,
I threw up.
Unfortunately, that was a rhetorical question. You have to do it. You
Oh.
are being accused of the Space Center bombing and the murder. Please testify as to these allegations.
Why do I take this
Larry,
suit
if he was
off?
based.
It's getting really heavy.
Silence.
Do not strip in the courtroom.
It's not the weight of the suit that you feel, but of your sins.
Alright, Doug, it is 10:30 in the morning.
Prepare to carry that weight for the rest of your life.
Boy, you're gonna carry that weight.
Banish me to the moon. I don't care anymore. In other words, hold my hand.
Fuck me.
Wow, so we had some Catholic guilt followed by Frank Sinatra parody, and that was super negative. Is it going to be
Welcome
alright
to
up there?
KD100. Welcome to twitch.tv/KD100
Mwah. He'll be fine. I think. As long as he doesn't totally give up and say you did it, that is.
I did it.
I killed him, yeah. Your Honor, can I have a word with my client, please? Why did you do that? Did I fuck up? Did I fuck up? All I did was support Clay over my shoulder and get us out of the rocket. Like always, I took the elevator down to the middle level and headed for the corridor. Clay had passed out by the time we got the order to evacuate. I didn't kill Clay. I was trying to save him.
It was the Napash.
It was the Napash.
So you assert you didn't set off the bombs or murder the victim. Wow, I couldn't have seen that coming.
You think I'm lying, right?
Your Solomon voice is so good, Kate. I
Thank
love it.
you.
I reserve all judgment until I've heard your full.
Sure you don't believe me? I bet you don't even believe I'm an astronaut. I don't think the judge doubts that.
That's good.
Who would wear a suit like that except an astronaut?
A cosmonaut.
Oh no!
And also, like, the Doctor on, like, 5 different occasions.
Oh, good episodes, though.
I will say that when I saw you in that movie, you appeared quite courageous, though I suppose reality never quite lives up to fantasy. Yeah, that was an actor, too.
That was the actor.
That is fake. It's
That wasn't
fake.
me. They didn't let me play the me. Oh, I guess
From
I'm just a
gamer to
big
racist.
disappointment. I really don't care what happens anymore. Fucking kill me. Oh, fuck. Oh, you're suicidal on the stand. Oh, shit. That's not me, seemingly?
Is that you? I think that's still you.
I have no idea who it is. I'm looking at the transcript and it's still. I have no idea. What a depressing
I'm
film.
hoping that was Blackwell, actually. Just making
Oh, that is
fun of
funny.
him.
If you were to join me in the clink, I imagine that annoying sighing of yours would rub off on all
I
the
think it was Blackwell.
Like how it rubbed off Prosecutor Blackwell.
Like how Prosecutor Blackwell rubbed me off earlier.
Huh? That was Blackwell sighing?
Alright.
Mr. Starbuck's testimony contains a glaring contradiction. The question is, what does it mean? Even if Mr. Starbuck is my client, I can't be gun-shy now. I'm gonna fucking shoot myself in the head. Let's get it over with, boys. This time I'm really gonna do it.
I thought gun-shy was a slang for not capable of getting hard.
Well, it might be. We were just talking about rubbing off on Simon Blackwell.
Anyway, there is a glaring contradiction.
Down to the middle level and headed for the corridor.
Can you find the contradiction? Bum, 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 bum. That's the elevator.
Wait. Oh, okay. That's not. Hey! Idiot!
Objection!
Fuck! Why is that wrong?
Oh.
You lied to me! You fucking lied to me!
I object to you on
On personal grounds.
It's not faulty! If it's to the middle, it was a ladder!
Look at some other shit.
It was
You're
a
on
ladder!
You're
Look
on the
at some
right
other-
track. You're on the
look at
right
some
track.
other shit first. There's an elevator on there too.
From down to the middle level?
Yeah, you see, it's on the left. There's a ladder and an elevator.
Oh,
white
that's the
thing.
elevator going up. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. My bad. Sorry. Okay.
But you're on the right track, so keep looking.
Bum. Okay.
Obviously, it's the attorney's badge.
It's the attorney's badge. Clay had passed out by the time we got the order to evacuate. I didn't kill Clay, I was trying to save him.
I didn't kill Clay, I was trying to save him. This knife in his chest suggests
Says otherwise!
The explosions. Wait, what does it say? Sorry.
Explosions were second floor of the main
fire.
building and the middle level
In
of
the
the
middle
launch
level of
pad.
the launch pad near the elevator. So if they were evacuating, the explosion would have already happened.
So you wouldn't have taken the elevator. Because in case of fire, you use the stairs. Your Honor, they weren't practicing fire safety.
Objection!
And you claim to call yourself an astronaut. Mr. Starbuck, I need your testimony to be as accurate as possible. Was I not being accurate? No, because it's impossible for you to have taken the elevator down to the middle level.
Fast expression. That is some.
That was some Leon Kawada bullshit.
I was gonna say, like, that's Hagakure or like soda.
Oh yeah, oh no!
Yeah.
Listen, there's someone you're gonna
Mr. Justice.
There's someone you're gonna love in V3, and I can't wait till we get there. Please recall where the
Nice.
bomb went off in Launchpad 1. Woo! Also recall that after the explosion, the middle level elevator was engulfed in flames.
Oh, you're right, which means
Exactly. The Launchpad's elevator would have been unusable. In other words, hold my hand. Mr. Starbuck, your statement is decidedly inconsistent with the facts. What's with the helmet? Mission Command! Mission Command, do you read me? Command, please! I'm cooked! This is Mission Command.
Chat. referring to Mission Command.
Command
Chat.
is chat. This is Mission Command. I order you to pay attention! Stop this nonsense and answer my questions, Mr. Starbuck.
Let's go.
My helmet! Oxygen! Oxygen concentration and body temperature declining! Requesting medical assistance!
I'm so glad I'm not voicing this character. Mr. Starbuck, we are not in space right now. Please stop pretending you have lost consciousness and stand back up. I fucking love a new chapter of Trials 2013. It's such a good track.
I apologize, Your Honor. I forgot I was still on Earth.
VDSD.
I
Space
feel like we all
PTSD.
just got a real glimpse of Solomon Starbuck, the astronaut.
Yeah, he seems more like an astronaut now than when he was doing all that sighing. Mr. Starbuck, could you please explain the inconsistency in your statement about how you use the middle-level elevator? I was nervous and I said the wrong thing. I'm sorry.
I flew up.
Mr. Justice, I flew up. I took a different route, I think. A different route?
I hope you were able to deliver a straight story this time.
That's my favorite Lynch movie.
Get it right this time. Maybe. No, why are we autoplaying? Fucking stop it. What is happening?
Probably.
It's understandable to be
Stop!
nervous, but let me remind you, accuracy paramount in court.
What was fucking happening there? Alright, whatever.
You press the
I didn't hit
button.
anything! I didn't hit shit! Let's see. My escape route. What I said before was a mistake. I remember now. I took a different route. Maybe. Probably. With the capsule and clay in my arms, I made my way down from the upper level. So you're saying you escaped without using the elevator? Fucking stop it! That's right, there's a ladder that spans the upper and middle levels. I used that ladder to get to the middle level. Luckily, the fire hadn't reached the ladder, so we could make our escape that way. Dog, that's fucking hard. And the capsule you mentioned. I suppose you mean the thing next to Mr. Terran here? Was the capsule that important that you'd risk your life to take it with you? It almost goes without saying, but yeah! That capsule contains asteroid samples! Therefore, it's invaluable as research material. With his space... you can make portal that looks like... You can make portal goop that looks like jizz with it! It's awesome! With his spacesuit on, Clay weighed a ton, but securing the capsule is also important. I need you to answer to the best of your ability. Mr. Starbuck, please remember that your verdict is writing on your testimony. Maybe I am guilty after all.
This guy is by far the most pathetic defendant in the entire series.
Poor little meow meow.
It's my poor little meow meow. I wonder if you can see the stars in prison. Bet it's more comfortable than a spaceship. Mr. Starbuck, I will kill you right now. You suck at this.
Your Honor, death penalty.
Kill him.
Please.
Your Honor, death penalty.
All right.
What I said before was a mistake. I remember now I took a different route. With a capsule and clay in my arms, I made my way down from the upper level. Using the fucking ladder? Are you fucking serious? How? Your only fucking option would be the ladder unless you, like, Geronimo jumped it. I don't think you could fucking do that.
A knife.
A knife! No! How?
Yeah, because look at how he's carrying it. Yeah.
Literally how? I threw him. I threw him down and then went down the ladder.
Yeah, I was trying to save his life by throwing him. Yeah.
By chucking him down.
Objection!
Nice.
Mr. Starbuck, why don't you just tell the truth? The truth? Let's see.
I
The
killed
Earth
him.
is blue. No, no.
It's
No, that's not right. I was supposed to be like, it's flat. Gary. Okay. Whoa, it's all Earth? Yeah. You're an astronaut, Gary. You've been training for this moment for 20 years. What are you talking about?
It's that clip from Smiling Friends where they're coming back and the Earth is flat and they're like,
And they're like, we can't tell
"Oh,
anybody
shit.
about this.
We can't tell anyone about this.
We can't tell anybody about this.
It's so fucking
It's
funny.
all right. So I guess the Earth isn't blue. Yeah, that's it. The truth, Mr. Starbuck. The oxygen concentration is super low in this area. Prepare the emergency oxygen tank.
Shut up. Mr. Justice, the witness appears confused. Please help draw out the truth from him.
Mr. Starbuck, under the circumstances at the time, you couldn't possibly have reached the boarding lounge via the upper level route. Not as long as this was along the escape route. The fucking ladder. The fucking ladder.
And it's an actual ladder.
Take that!
To get down from the upper to the middle level where the Launchpad 1 corridor is, you would have to go down the ladder. Isn't that right, Mr. Starbuck? Of course! That was the only way we could escape!
Objection!
Fucking asshole! But how would that work? At the time, you were supporting Mr. Terran over your shoulder, were you not? And remember, he was in full space gear as well, putting him at over 200 pounds. Ah! Well, it's easy on the moon. Gravity is only 1/6 of what it is on Earth.
Objection!
You dumb bitch. But the Space
I
Center
know
is
the moon.
located on
She would
Earth.
never do that.
I know the moon. She wouldn't do me dirty like that. But the Space Center is located on Earth. Short of being an octopus climbing a ladder with an adult. Okay. I'm gonna try that again.
Climbing a ladder with an adult male feels
All
like
right.
Phoenix Wright's favorite dream.
I can't express how this almost came out of my mouth. I think I was just so fixated on the word octopus that I almost said climbing a ladder without a male or without an adult orgasm. I'm like, no, I don't think that's what that says.
Probably not.
I don't think so. Short of being an... Perhaps not. I don't think... The suit doesn't jack him off. It doesn't jack him off. Short of being an octopus, climbing a ladder with that... Fuck!
I love that just became a drill. Like, that was just like a drill ship. People...
It doesn't jack him off. Climbing a ladder with an adult male in space gear in one arm while carrying the capsule in your other is impossible, wouldn't you say? Oh! So, Mr. Starbuck, how exactly did you climb down that ladder with your arms full? Ah! Mr. Starbuck, come clean and tell us the truth. Now! Ah! Engineer! Where's that engineer?
I love how few fucks Apollo gives.
Doing a
in this
faulty
case.
maintenance.
Hello.
What the? Oh, he's flying the coop! Ah! Help! I'm caught on the ceiling! Help! Anyone? That's a good
Caleb.
ceiling.
Prepare the cherry picker. We must launch our rescue mission at once.
Well, that's one way to take off while being questioned.
I'd rather prove his innocence so he can go to space again someday for real. I wouldn't, not if he's fucking operating like this. Jesus.
Hello, Bubby.
Bubby?
He's screaming.
No, not Fulbright.
Who isn't?
Like where? Now then, Mr. Starbuck, do you think you can keep your feet planted on the ground?
Why are you screaming?
Yes.
There's a Max's song joke in there somewhere.
It's
Why
somewhere.
are you screaming when the
Firmly
microphones
planted
can't hear you?
I apologize for losing control.
Music.
Are you
make
ready to
lose
tell
control.
us?
Music make
You
lose
lose
control.
control. Are you ready to tell us the truth? Not that. Anything but that. What is going on? This isn't the Mr. Starbuck I came into this situation with, or I fell into this situation with.
It appears Space Boy is prone to deception.
I like him.
Witness.
Yikes! Yes.
I thought your story odd, but perhaps the inconsistencies can be explained as the result of a medical side effect.
Prosecutor Blackwell, please! Please don't talk about that! What are you talking about, Prosecutor Blackwell?
Didn't I already state that Space Boy is, ironically, terrified of going into space? That's why he took some precautions just before the launch.
Some
He got-
uppers.
He got fucking zooted.
Do you prefer sativa? For you see, traces of this anti-anxiety drug were found in his system.
In quotes. Anti-anxiety drug.
Hold on, I gotta pull something up. I need to make a joke. It's gonna
Okay.
take too long, but we're gonna go. Oh? Oh, I sense things are about to nosedive. Alvin! You got it all wrong! I told him during the investigation, too! I don't know anything about any drugs! I never took any medication, I swear! It was found in his system, but he doesn't remember taking it. How could that be? Somebody must have slipped up to me. But I guess maybe that's why I don't remember. Because of the side effects.
Somebody slipped him Xanax?
Yeah, that's why I don't remember much about what really happened. What?
I was fucking zooted.
They zooted me.
Order! Order in the court!
We can't get any useful testimony out of him if he doesn't remember anything.
Well, this certainly explains why his testimony kept changing.
Why didn't you just tell me he couldn't remember?
I guess he didn't want anybody to find out he was terrified of going into space.
Maybe I really did do it.
This time, maybe I really did do it.
Which brings us to the answer of our original question. Of how the witness climbed down the ladder with a dead body. Because he was zooted out of
He
his
was
mind.
zooted off his ass. It does? So what is it?
A dead man feels no pain and makes no complaints, Justice Dono. So the body was simply dropped down from the top of the ladder.
Oh my, I see. And then the defendant could climb down with his free hand.
Objection!
Drop the body down? Who would do such a disrespectful thing? Besides, dropping the body down would leave marks on the body itself.
Autoplay.
So you are capable of quick
Fucker.
thinking. Yes, you are correct.
Really? Oh, thanks. Ah! What's this?
It's the oxygen tank from the victim's spacesuit. It's ruptured, and I'm sure you can figure out why.
I'm not fucking touching anything. You can't be implying it ruptured when the defendant dropped the victim's body.
I am, but they fracture easily when struck.
Objection!
Even if that's true, the tank's explosion and shrapnel would leave its marks on the body. Yet, according to the autopsy report, only the knife wound was found on the victim's body. You're clearly grasping at straws with this line of reasoning.
Silence!
A spacesuit isn't heavy for the sake of being heavy, Justice Dono. It includes the latest technological devices and is made of the fabric of tomorrow.
Alright, we're just...
Velcro.
Velcro.
Velvet. This fabric is made to protect astronauts from the dangers of space. So falling a few Earth yards would hardly leave a mark on the wearer.
Objection!
Then shouldn't it be impossible to stab someone through it as well?
Oh, it should. And yet, through sheer coincidence, the knife slipped through a weak spot in the suit structure and found its way to its target.
That's dumb.
Yeah, it is dumb.
What are the chances?
You forget that our killer is an astronaut himself, with knowledge of how the suits work. This is stupid as fuck.
Well, he's got me there.
He's got me there! This is dumb as hell!
This is fucking stupid.
Ah! Is the devil on your shoulder winning yet?
Not yet.
And now my argument has been proven. Spaceboy killed the victim in the rocket and then dropped his body from the upper level. After climbing down, he shouldered the body and made sure the camera recorded him. There's no room for debate about these facts. It is clear that Solomon Starbuck is the only one who could have killed Clay Tarrant. Here, the report regarding the astronauts' oxygen tanks. Consider it my send-off gift. Feel free to use it as payment to cross the River Styx.
Ah!
It's just like the oxygen tank just hitting him square in the face. Just...
Oh!
Yeah.
Ow!
Victims
More
take the
facial
fracture
injury.
with 0% left. The defendants had 80.
Hey, this report is pretty detailed.
Let's see. The display on the astronaut's left shoulder shows the oxygen remaining. Guess that means these glowing cyan digits represent the amount of oxygen in the tank. I'm fucked. At a prison instead of space.
Space boy.
Yes. Yes.
Take heart. The bejeweled night sky is still beautiful, even when viewed through bars.
You mean the stars is seen from prison?
That's right. Your cell will be your spaceship.
This is cute. I like this.
Picture the view through the iron bars. It's like being an astronaut in your own craft for all time. And that is a threat and a promise.
That's not a half bad thought. Mr. Starbuck. Prosecutor Blackwell got to him good. Spaceship prison cell, fly me, my guilt and my despair into the deepest, darkest space. And then let's get sucked!
Objection!
No! Mr. Starbuck, you can't fucking... You can't give up hope! Don't say that! Oh, yes, Apollo. You know, Clay really looked up to you. He said you're an incredible man. He said you'd never give up on your dreams and passion for space, no matter the situation. He said that. So don't give up now and help me prove your innocence. For the sake of the man who respected you and believed in you. Clay Taryn. For Clay!
You're wasting your breath. I'm normal now.
Apollo, thank you. I can see things clearly now. Alright. Adderall kicked in. Mr. Starbuck. I'm fine now. Thanks for reminding me of my life's mission. Right. We'll both be fine. I'll prove you're innocent. You'll see. And after that, we'll get you back into space. Ah! You've ignited the booster rockets of my soul! I'm on fire! I am Solomon Starbuck, astronaut, a cosmic hero chosen by the universe itself! This is no time to be whimpering and crying. I can't let you and Clay down.
Hold it, Dash.
The sun, the moon, all of space is calling to me. Solomon Soul Starbuck. Ready for launch. Begin the countdown. 5, 4,
3,
2,
1.
Oh, fuck this.
1.
Lift off! Is he RPing in the court right now? Just let him do it. Let him do it.
Wow. I feel like I've witnessed an actual rocket launch.
Apollo, you did it! You broke Prosecutor Blackwell's grip over Mr. Starbuck!
I can't take the credit. It was all Mr. Starbuck. He pulled himself through.
If you simpletons are done massaging one another's egos and are peeing in my courtroom, no matter how positive your mood, my advantage remains unshakable.
Says the loser RPing is a weeb.
Shut up. I have
No. Absolutely not.
Urusai.
So do Wachikayo.
baka mitai.
Breaking the law, breaking the world.
I have but to
Dame
wait
dane. Dame yo, dame nana yo.
for you. Kimi wa ne tashika ni
Ano otaki watashi wa dunu na ita itsunate 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 sakayukate. Akushitemo.
Your Honor, the prosecution is speaking Naruto.
Get the fuck out of my courtroom. He's a Persona fan. Get him out.
I have but to wait for the final guilty verdict. Isn't that right, your boldness?
I can't let up now. I have to stop Blackwell. I have to see this through. Mr. Starbuck just has to make it back into space. I love it. Oh, what?
God.
I won't allow Clay's dream to remain unfulfilled. I've got to destroy Blackwell's argument somehow. Think, Justice, think. If the only people at Launchpad 1 were Clay and Mr. Starbuck, and if Clay was already dead by the time this footage was taken, then the only person who could have killed him is Mr. Starbuck. So the only way to counter Blackwell's argument is if I can prove that Clay was still alive when they arrived at the boarding lounge. In which case I should be able to find some contradiction in the evidence itself. Now let's see.
I love having like this being like Apollo heroic. So fucking choice. I love it.
Let's see. About this data that we just received. This supposedly proves that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay's body in Launchpad 1. But if I'm gonna prove that false, then there must be something I can use here.
Apollo is important to this game.
Enough of this farce, your boldness. Let's have your verdict.
Objection!
Prosecutor Blackwell, you seem to be in quite a hurry to rush the verdict. But about this oxygen tank data you submitted just now. It says that Mr. Starbuck's tank had 80% remaining while Mr. Terrence had 0. Do you stand by the accuracy of this report?
Of course.
Then I guess it simply means that it's faulty, as evidence goes.
You will explain what you mean, Justice Dono.
It's simple. This evidence contradicts the facts of this case. Take a look here at the detailed description and you'll see what I mean.
Hope you have some evidence, Mr. Justin, because I don't see what's so contradictory.
Yes, Your Honor, right away. This is the, it's the fucking...
Your Honor, I throw it up.
Your Honor, I threw up.
Take that!
And how does this evidence present a contradiction?
The problem is this part, where it fucking says 50. And not 80.
Take that!
Note the remaining oxygen in Mr. Starbuck's tank as he carries Mr. Terran.
Which is say 50.
Yes, but
Maybe-
according to
maybe it's 5, I don't know.
the yes, but according to the data, our client's tank had 80% remaining.
The oxygen in the tank increased?
I see Your Honor finds it as strange as I do. It's bad enough that there's a contradiction, but the increase in oxygen is beyond illogical.
Oh my, you're absolutely right. What's going on here?
Silence!
I too find it odd that the oxygen remaining has increased.
It's because I blew it.
I find that odd.
What?
Justice Dono, do you find that odd? Shout out to Professor Layton.
Let's go.
It would be as odd as if my rations were to increase.
When are they putting out the latent games on multiplat? We need
It
them.
might unfortunately be up to level 5.
No, it won't happen, which is the annoying because level fuck it's doing.
But what does that prove? It doesn't change the fact that it is the defendant carrying the victim's corpse.
Objection!
I'm gonna bet you don't get more rations because you don't abide by the rules.
Oh,
Either
got
way,
him.
the oxygen remaining shouldn't increase, just as your rations don't increase.
I haven't eaten in 3 days, Justice Jono.
That sounds like a you problem. Therefore, this new information is critical. We can't overlook it.
Silence!
In that case, do you have an answer to this riddle of the mysteriously increasing oxygen?
Literally, Apollo's model looks better with the fucking bandage on.
I know. You'd better not disappoint, or I'll declare the inconsistency as mere equipment malfunction. Oh, the song's over.
Prosecutor Blackwell's a point. It could be a simple mouth. Well, Mr. Justice, if you cannot provide an adequate counter-argument to this point, I'm afraid I must bring this trial to an end.
I'm afraid I must kill you.
No.
Think you can explain why the remaining oxygen level increased?
Of course I can. The thing to do at a time like this is turn my thinking around.
Yaku that 10.
Mind palace.
Yaku that 10! Mr. Starbuck has no memory of it, but he claims to have carried clay. So this man with a 50 on his tank ought to be Mr. Starbuck.
What are you thinking?
Oh.
What are you thinking?
Oh, there we go.
What are you thinking? Let me into your mind palace.
Robo Justice rules. It's not Mr. Starbuck carrying clay. It's clay carrying Mr. Starbuck.
It is so easy. You know, it's fun playing Dangan, being like, wow, The reality is I've just played every ace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if anything, the display on his oxygen tank should have shown an 80. This is a clear contradiction between the report and the security footage. So what I should be asking is not why did the oxygen level increase, but what had to have happened to make it look like it increased? Did I make some kind of mistake in my base assumptions here?
Well,
Wow! What? I'm ready to fucking answer! The victim.
They were going the other way.
They were going the other way!
That's really funny.
What if it was the other way around?
What if they were walking into the explosion?
What if they were moonwalking?
Would you care to explain, Mr. Justice?
No. As you can see, Your Honor, both men had their helmets on in this footage. But turns out, this is where our base assumptions went astray. We assumed that it was Mr. Starbuck helping Mr. Terran, but it was the other way around. It wasn't Mr. Starbuck helping Mr. Terran at all. It was Mr. Terran who was helping
Let's
Mr.
go.
Starbuck to the boarding lounge.
Pursuit. What? Order. Mr. Justice. You mean to tell me that the person on the right in this image is the victim, Clay Terran?
It's the only way the riddle of the increasing oxygen level can be solved, Your Honor.
the delay in making it go further just to look at his beautiful face once more.
At this point in time, the remaining oxygen in the victim's tank was at 50%. And when the victim was found in the boarding lounge, his tank was at 0%.
That's right. There's nothing contradictory about the oxygen level decreasing.
This means Mr. Terran was alive as they made their escape to the lounge.
Silence!
how short your memory is. Have you forgotten what you yourself? Oh my God!
Okay, I didn't. I'm not hitting it. I'm not hitting it.
How did he descend the ladder with his arms full?
How could the bridge after burn
What
down?
you self-propose? Yeah, I was
It's not the other side. Objection. Prosecutor Blackwell, you can't hurt me with a broken blade.
So good.
Excuse me.
When the pursuit music is playing, I can say anything.
Anything. I'm gonna call you so many. I'm gonna call you so many gay slurs. It's true that we don't know how they got down the ladder. I suppose that matter needs further investigating. But we have proof that Mr. Terran was alive when he reached the boarding lounge. This fact alone shatters your claims and opens up the possibility that the victim could have been killed by a third party. There were 2 people who claimed to be the first on the scene. But can we truly trust their statements?
Let's see. The 2 people were Detective Candace Arm and Yuri Cosmos, right? You think that one of them might have given a false statement to the police?
Yes, it's certainly possible. We might have to do a little more digging.
It seems we'll have to hear the testimony of these folks on the scene.
Score!
Come to think of it, Detective Arm should be here in court right now.
She is! She is, unfortunately.
Whoopsies.
Bailiff, could you please show Detective Arm to the stand? That's you.
Hold it! Hold it! Oh, fuck! Oh, I don't remember what your normal voice was. It was just like a dude.
It's just a normal voice.
I have an announcement, everyone.
What's the meaning of this? We're in the middle of a trial here.
Please remain calm and listen carefully. Someone has reactivated the bomb. The bomb was defused, but it's about to explode.
Explode?
A bomb? Now?
So he set it off because Candace Arm was gonna... It was trying to cover his tracks because she was about to be discovered. Ah, everybody run!
Oh no! Everybody's panicking!
Wow, so much panic.
So much panic.
Silence.
Headless chickens with a death wish, the lot of you! Calm yourselves before all else! Come on, Apollo, let's get out of here!
But what about Mr. Starbuck's dream? And who will carry out Clay's final wish?
God, it's so gay.
I don't care what happens to me. I'm not letting some bomb blow the truth up forever.
What the fuck is wrong with him slash Buzz?
You can't say it for.
I refuse to let things end here.
Apollo, this is no time to be homosexual. If we don't get out of here now, we're gonna die. Come on, this way.
Hey, ow! Let me go!
Apollo!
Juniper? She hasn't evacuated yet? Juniper! Are you alright?
Apollo!
Apollo, no! Not that way!
And this is where you play case 1 in the chronological sequence. How fucking awesome is that? How fucking awesome is that? I love the structure of this game. Where case 1 happens in the middle of case 4.
Incredible.
we could keep going? I don't know. I don't care. I'm happy to stay. I'm happy to go.
If it changes your mind in any capacity, I will not be available next week. So.
Also, you are not gonna be voicing most of the dialogue.
Let's roll. All right.
Let's do it. Yay!
Let's go!
Finally, we're doing more than one. In the middle of the Space Center bombing trial, we had another...
I hate the homelessness problem.
Yeah, I hate the homelessness problem that plagues us. We had another bombing incident. I literally expected the fucking reminiscence theme from Apollo just to start playing. The Phoenix one. This one. Yeah, that one. This one destroyed courtroom number 4. Apollo Justice died instantly. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Furthermore, Apollo suffered massive injuries from being there when the bomb went off. Jennifer Woods was fingered as the courtroom bomber.
Stops. I need Ace Attorney to use any other phrase. I love you, Janet Shue. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Athena and I knew she had to be innocent, so we took her case on. Well, Athena did, and then I came in and stole her thunder.
I was also there.
I fainted.
We
I
managed to
threw
clear
up.
Miss Wood's name.
Threw up. That's gonna be like the VOD title.
Apollo
threw
threw
up.
up,
Apollo threw up.
but Apollo sustained further injuries when he was attacked by Ted Tenate.
Where the fuck did I get that jacket from?
Who do you think?
Who do you think gave you the jacket?
Who do you think gave you
Hold on.
Literally in case 1, you saw it, and then said, "Is that your boyfriend's varsity jacket?" And we just had to hold our tongue this entire time.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Why do you have your boyfriend's varsity jacket? Who gave that? Who has that?
I love Apollo handshake Miles Edgeworth. Christmas fucking sucks now.
Who gave you the jacket?
All the bad shit happens in December. That's called seasonal depression, baby.
That is called seasonal depression. December 19th, 3:21 p.m. Write anything agency.
Apollo is a tough guy, but this is taking its toll on him.
He's compartmentalizing. He'll be fine.
Yeah. Poor guy, being attacked by Tenate like that on top of all of his other injuries. Apollo was resting at the nearby Hickfield Clinic.
No!
Who gave you your boyfriend's varsity jacket?
Yeah.
Where did you get it? I'll live in a
NASA did.
I'll live in a world where you have it. How did you get it? Is my question.
California NASA.
Of course this is a sequel to Apollo Justice. It has everyone's favorite location, the Hickfield Clinic. I've had some experience with that place myself. What an awful turn of events. Never thought he'd land at a hospital of all places.
Fucking pussy.
That's usually what I do.
Yeah.
Oh right, I have a daughter. You must miss him too, huh? Now that you don't have anybody to tease. Don't worry. He's young. He'll heal quickly and be back before you know it.
I miss my brother, Daddy.
Honey, you don't know that yet.
I'm not stupid, Daddy.
Been a while since I last saw Trucy look so down.
That's where the floor is.
We won the court case, yet nobody feels much like celebrating.
One of our employees blew up, Mr. Wright. Why would we be celebrating?
All right, enough of this, people. This is no time to be moping around. Now dry those eyes, both of you.
You're the only one who's crying, Athena.
Technicalities. Look, we have work to do. We have to take
over!
Isn't this cool that this is the first investigation segment with Phoenix in this entire game?
Oh, that's awesome!
Take over what exactly?
It's time to take you down. That's not
This carousel!
Apollo's Space Center case, of course. As no verdict's been reached, there's still a chance. I agree with Athena. We should pick up Mr. Starbuck's defense. We have to avenge our fallen comrade. Right, Daddy?
You've been reading too much Marx lately.
It's looking better and better every passing day, Daddy.
Apollo wasn't exactly fallen. He's still alive, you know.
You know us, Gen Alpha, always into communism.
I just think that we should divide to the workers.
You know what? You know what that is? It's demure.
Like, the workers should seize the means of production, Daddy.
Daddy.
Truce.
Daddy.
4 people work in this office. We started with a 7-year-old and me.
And we still haven't seized the means of production, Daddy.
You are the means of production.
Daddy,
You haven't seized me, Daddy.
Daddy.
Don't
You
say that.
Daddy, you understand that this is a perfectly Marxist institution because nobody's getting paid. So
Athena's like, what?
is that not equality?
Power to the proletariat, Tiki.
Good. Now that that's settled.
Zelda
Good
CDI ass. Good.
Good.
Come on, we gotta run.
Wait, right now? Now? You better not be running the whole way. There she goes. Better go catch up. Can you be irrelevant again, Trucy?
Not you too, Daddy. Sure thing, Daddy. Let's be careful out there. In the meantime, I guess I'll just go fucking die then.
Trucy seems to be feeling a little better. I can always count on Athena to perk everybody up with her enthusiasm.
Oh, she's back. Thank God. Don't mind me, just forgot a few things. Wallet, phone, documents, bag.
It's more like you forgot everything. I can always count on Athena for that, too.
Women, am I
All
right?
right, you two.
Yeah,
Go fuck
yeah.
off and leave me here again. Bye-bye.
December 19th, detention center. Visitor's room.
You know, I kind of almost feel like, and I don't feel this, but I wonder how people would feel if she was just, like, on summer vacation. You know, like, if she wasn't even, like, here, would people be
I mean-
more or less upset? I don't know.
I feel like people would still be mad, but like it's like at least it's mad in like a she kind of got benched instead of a Jesus Christ they massacred her.
I mean,
kinda
you
way.
could put her.
Yeah,
You
but I
could.
feel like,
You could put her in
I feel like
school.
I feel like her not being here would send a very sort of, we want to try to ignore as much of apology as possible.
That's fair. That's
Which
fair.
I think is worse than having her be here and not as good. So our client is one Solomon Starbuck. He's so famous, even I've heard of him.
That's right. He's a super famous astronaut who works at the Cosmos Space Center.
Yeah, we've established this.
He
Just
was
in case
actually
you
up in outer
stopped
space
playing.
7
Yeah,
years
okay, I
ago.
know
You
this. Thank
weren't
you.
there, boss.
You weren't.
Alright.
With all due respect, you weren't there.
You seem to know quite a bit about him. Oh, now I'm all excited to meet the man. Wow, that was the longest sigh I've ever heard.
Apollo told me all about you. You're Phoenix, right? Apollo's mentor, right?
Yep, that's right. Mentor is a nice ring to it.
I miss Mia.
But you didn't do it.
Don't worry about a thing, Mr. Starbuck. Mr. Wright and I have got you covered.
And you're the new kid that Apollo told me about.
Yeah, you were there.
Wait! Don't I know you from somewhere?
Huh? You mean other than your trial? I don't think so.
I guess so. My mistake.
Mr. Starbuck, with all due respect, I look like a Vocaloid. I don't know how you can misplace me.
Hatsune Miku! My
No,
memory
but
isn't
good
what
try.
it used to be. My mind and body are kaput. Same goes for my life. Oh,
Aren't
he's
you, like,
just like me
30?
for
Yeah.
Shut up! I'm 33!
No, I mean- Hey, I already feel like this, and I'm 25.
I'm fucking 22 and I'm like, I'm done, man. I got
Both
nothing.
of you can shut the fuck up.
I mean,
No,
I'm so.
Well, at least, Jack, you understand at least.
I'm
what
just
I-
horribly
the kind of
depressed.
stuff
You
that I go
guys are
through.
like actually busy adults. I'm just ill. I mean, I'm so astronomically unlucky that I had a bomb go off in the middle of my trial. Trying to defend me would be like trying to enter the stratosphere without a spacecraft.
Yikes! He's seriously got to stop depressing it.
How a bummer.
Bummer, dude. Cheer up, Mr. Starbuck. Besides, that thing you said about entering the stratosphere, that just means we'd shine like shooting stars, right?
You would be on fire.
Mr.
Like-
Starbuck, can we pretend that
Pretend that
airplanes in
airplanes-
the sky are like shooting stars?
Like shooting
You could really
stars.
use a wish right now. Wish
You know
right
what?
Now. Wish right
Wish
now.
right now. You know what? You're right. Why didn't I think of that? After all, that's what we were put on this earth to do, right? To shine like stars.
You're so right, Jupiter. Guess I shouldn't mention the fact that shooting stars burn out in a flash.
Oh yeah!
Bye.
Here we go! 3, 2, 1! To the stratosphere and beyond! Yeah, I feel alive now. You can go ahead and ask me anything you want.
I'm literally grabbing a bottle. Is that really all it takes?
Did you know that I'm a lawyer,
I'm a lawyer now.
Mr. Starbuck?
It's my all-important badge proof of my profession. That's what he said. All those years. So what do you think about this? Girl, I have a new badge.
The evidence is gonna get me convicted.
No. It's my attorney's badge. I was hoping it would reassure you that we're here to defend you. Evidence isn't just for the prosecution. It can help prove a person's innocence, too.
That's a positive spin on things.
I thought that was common knowledge.
Nope. What's up, fucker? Why do you have my phone?
So,
Fuck
you
you,
have-
that's why.
You have no memory at all?
I'm so ashamed. My memory of the time is as black and clouded as a dark nebula.
Still, it's strange you don't remember a thing. Are you sure you didn't take one of those anti-anxiety pills like they said at the trial?
Also, like, those... I mean, I don't know. Those don't usually tamper with memory that much, do they?
No. I mean, I guess it depends, but like not usually the side
It
effect
shouldn't.
for. I guess it depends if it's a mood stabilizer or if it is strictly anti-anxiety.
Right.
I think it's just Xanax.
Pills
Well,
that
then-
make you so fucking cold.
Pills that make you cold as fuck. It is true I developed a fear of space because of what happened 7 years ago. And I was taking medication secretly every now and then when my anxiety got bad. Having a fear of space is not something an astronaut can brag about, you know?
Okay, but here's the thing. Like, I don't think anyone would blame him if he just decided to not go into space. You know? Like,
That's my branding!
you can just be a retired astronaut who survived a
No!
perilous mission. Just like write
That
a
won't
book.
get me fucked! I wanna be in the Many Miles High Club.
Okay.
I gotta get pushed back by Nut!
Oh, the so-called Halloween miracle. That must have been a terrifying experience.
But I'm still an astronaut at heart, come what may. I would never take drugs that might impede my performance just before a launch.
I would never do drugs, kids.
At least not before something important. That launch meant everything to me. That's more certain than the theory of relativity.
Seems like a completely different person now.
The meds are kind of fluctuating a little bit, so getting used to them.
If only it's a common thing in Ace Attorney that there's like character.
Oh. Sorry.
It's no, oh, fuck you. This is the face of the astronaut I know.
What is happening back there?
The tranquilizers were found in your system.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, but I don't know why! I'm fucked!
If you didn't take them, then maybe someone slipped them to you.
Exactly! That's what I thought! It must have been the real culprit. I just spit something out of my mouth. My medication was in my locker. Anybody could have gotten their hands on it.
Maybe the real culprit also planted the detonator switch in your pocket.
I thought they were gonna say also took Xanax. Yeah, that's gotta be it. I've been framed.
Maybe the culprit was also mentally ill.
I'll say, they even managed to plant your prints on the switch before slipping it in. It's a real possibility. Do you remember anything else that might be relevant? Anything at all, no matter how small.
Bars.
Like about the murder weapon, for example.
That knife. I think it came from one of the Space Center's utility kits.
Utility kits.
Yeah. Staff who work on machinery a lot are given these special toolkits to use. All the technicians have them, so I doubt you could prove whose knife it is. Fuck yeah. Anyway, you want to talk about your devastating trauma, sir?
As I recall, your last trip into space was 7 years ago.
Ooh. That's right. It was a pretty rough experience. During that mission, we had all kinds of problems with the craft.
You did? What kind of problems? Tell me all the sordid details.
Power failure, oxygen leakage, busted radio, cracked windows, loose control column. The heat shield came off as we were entering the atmosphere. I thought I was a goner. But I managed to make it somehow with the popsicles and ice packs from the freezer.
No wonder they dubbed it the Hat One Miracle. It's a miracle you made it back.
Yeah, that's why it's called that.
Yeah, I said that. Space is a boundless place. That's why it continues to capture people's imaginations.
Space is very big. Donald J. Trump.
But the vastness of space shows us how insignificant we are in the scheme of things. The darkness just goes on and on forever, and ever, and ever, without end.
Like the dark age of the law.
There was nobody else there. Nobody was gonna come save me. I was all alone.
Now it just becomes optical horror.
All alone.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
With
like,
nothing to
I
listen
don't think
to
I've
but the
ever
sound of
listened to
my
this
own...
without.
Nothing to listen to but the sound of my own breathing
Yeah.
and heartbeat.
I've never listened to this with
like-
headphones before. This is actually awful.
This is like 2001: A Space Odyssey.
I kept
Ugh.
scrambling to make repairs, but I couldn't keep my hands from shaking.
Okay, thank God. Hell.
An experience like that would make anybody afraid to go up into space.
I'm afraid to turn on my game.
You want to continue talking about space?
With the experience you had, weren't you dreading this mission?
You could have used this, stem slug.
Aw, what a nice slug.
He's giving his live reaction. What? No way. Of course not. Even now, I want to go up into space so bad I can barely stand it. I want to shake off the Earth's gravity and escape velocity and spin around weightless.
I want to come and have it push me back.
I want to not and push back!
But you have to admit it was pretty harrowing. Weren't you even a tiny bit afraid?
just the tiny slug clicks from Solomon Starbuck.
I was afraid. Of course I was. Still am. But space is man's final frontier. An unknown world. The cosmic truth is out there waiting for us somewhere.
Cosmic truth, huh? I guess there are people looking for the truth in every walk of...
No matter how afraid I am, I'm sure I can manage. If I give in to my fear, I'll never find the truth. As long as I don't give up, I can keep up the fight.
He's actually kind of cool. One thing's for sure, Mr. Starbuck's passion for space is undeniably the real deal.
Let's
Anyway.
talk about space, YAOI.
Victim, Clay Terran. He's kind of like your protege, wasn't he?
You can cut food on that jawline, yeah.
Damn. You could eat dinner off of that. Well, it wasn't a big exaggerated deal like master and apprentice or anything like that. But Clay did think of me as his mentor.
Mentor and the protege.
Mia!
What a combination they must have been. I will say, like, having Phoenix, like, explicitly in, like, the mentor role to Apollo and Athena in this game does feel pretty nice, like, in terms of, like, him on his own sort of coming to terms with, like, you know, I have people under me now, so how's that gonna
For sure.
change things?
I feel like it's a bit better with Athena than it is with Apollo, because like with Apollo,
Yeah, Apollo has baggage.
yeah, it's like with Apollo it feels almost unearned.
Yeah, I get,
Yeah.
I see that.
Mhm.
With his encouragement, I knew I could get over my fear and go back into space.
And I mean, the other thing is basically like Athena is Phoenix's weird girl in this game. So like, yeah,
Now that he forgot that he has a daughter, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But
God,
now...
I want to true see Phoenix Investigation so fucking bad.
Oh my god, that was so fucking good.
Clay must have been very encouraging, huh?
Show us the picture.
Yeah. It's funny, really. Whenever I'd hear him shout, "You're fine!" I always got the feeling everything really was gonna be just fine.
You're fine. Apollo says I'm fine, and you're fine all the time too.
We gave his catchphrase a backstory.
And I always feel encouraged too whenever I hear him shout it.
Yeah, Clay and Apollo were best buds.
That's what
They-
they call it.
They used to come visit the
fun.
space. Oh, do you know about him? And okay, yeah, they were dating. I just, I don't want to start with that just in case, people are assholes. So like, it's a slow lead in. They used to come visit the Space Center a lot ever since they were high school kids. One day, out of the blue, Clay even told me he wanted to be my protege. Those two hung around the Space Center so much they were like a part of the staff. One time, during Zero
Apple
G
Scruffs.
training, I started to panic a little bit, and the two of them took turns shouting, "You're fine!" over the radio. It was a simple thing, but it was exactly what I needed to hear.
大丈夫です。
大丈夫です!
Oh, that's from me. You keep forgetting. So, I'm fine, and you're fine. We're like Apollo and Clay's secret phrases, huh?
Maybe I'm fine can be our always.
Yeah, yeah. I wish I could ask Apollo more about Clay and their relationship now.
Speaking of Clay,
Is he,
I mean, we know that. How do you suppose he climbed down the ladder with you over his shoulder? Oh, he's strong, too. Ooh.
He's ripped! Why do you think Apollo liked him so much? Sorry that I can't even begin to imagine.
But he actually did climb down that ladder, so a way has to exist.
From the freedom of space to the walls of a cell. But that prosecutor said the dark night sky isn't half bad through barred windows.
You're fine. Solomon Saul Starbuck is fine. Everything's going to be all right.
It doesn't hit the same coming from you. Huh?
I'm trying my best.
I
okay?
know.
I just got here. I just want to be included. And Athena Sykes is fine. Come on, Mr. Wright, you too.
Do I really have to? Phoenix Wright is fine.
I can't hear you.
Phoenix Wright is fine!
We'll get you back into space yet, Mr. Starbuck. Believe in your own innocence. And have faith in us.
Apollo believed in you wholeheartedly, and that's good enough for me. I believe in you too.
Thank you. Thank you, both of you. I'll put my faith in you. And I vow to make it back into space! All I need first is a not guilty verdict.
Sure feels nice to reassure ourselves every now and then that we're fine.
Okay, Mr. Wright. Let's get our investigation of the Space Center started. Pronto.
Good idea. Let's go.
Let's go! December 19th, Cosmos Space Center. Entrance.
Wow. I was wondering what kind of place this Space Center would be. It almost looks like an amusement park of the future. I guess Tomorrowland is copyrighted.
I was gonna be like, did you go to Tomorrowland?
Yeah. Did you know they even let the public see their rockets up close? Oh, so check it out. Look at how brightly the Gyaxa logo shines in the sunlight above the entranceway.
Isn't that Gen Alpha slang?
Yes.
I really dig the stars and rocket motif it's got going.
Someone make the edit. Gyaxa. Isn't that the new name of the Federal Space R&D program? Because fuck NASA, I guess.
NASA's copyrighted, Mr. Wright.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why the strange acronym? I mean, what is the GYA supposed to stand for? Galaxy?
Gyaxa for the Rizzler. If that were, then the whole thing would be something like Galaxy Exploration Agency?
Yeah.
Probably it. If you asked me, I'd have abbreviated it GAXA. Even Gaia.
Gaia, Mr.
Gaia.
Right. Gaia, Mr. Right.
This feels like something that was transliterated from Japanese into English that like barely works, and they're drawing attention to the fact that it barely works.
I guess so. Oh, I know. Maybe the person who came up with the name just really likes the letter Y.
Why? This exchange is beginning to feel oddly like deja vu. I don't know why. Is that a reference? I don't know.
It's probably a reference. I just can't think of anything right now. What other thing is abbreviated in like the trilogy? Shit, hold on.
I don't know. Something.
That's gonna bug me now.
Really likes the letter. I don't know. I don't know.
Whatever. I can look it up on the wiki. Anyway, this place is more than just a research facility. It's also a tourist attraction.
This is Jack.
Oh, is it YC?
Yes.
Yuri?
Okay. God, I don't.
Sorry.
I don't
I
know.
put it on the list, and you said it was fun.
I know, it's fine, it's fine. I did not prepare a voice for this guy. Tourist attraction? Don't make me laugh. It's a monument to the human race. Galactic scooter, full speed ahead.
I just sound vaguely German.
This.
Oh,
too
that's
is
why!
Motherfuckers in the segue.
I love this guy.
Yikes. Who is this geezer and what does he want?
Just turns to Phoenix really slowly. This motherfucker's on a Segway. This too is Yakuza, Mr. Right.
Look upon me in despair.
And despair!
And look well. Behold the great power of space science. If I had a better Tim
Space.
Curry, I would do Tim Curry, but
It
don't.
is. It's literally the Tim.
Come up to
Master
the
and Commander.
lab.
Yeah. The
Pardon me,
only
but-
thing not corrupted by capitalism. Spice!
Spice!
Pardon me, but you are.
My glorious name is Yuri Cosmos. I am the director of the Cosmos Space Center, the center of the cosmos.
So like you murdered Clay somehow, right? Right? Like that's the pattern here. People in charge are being fucking mean to the younger generations because they're trying to fix a problem in a system that's inherently beneficial to them. That's what's
Fiends.
happening.
Themes. Boss, that was pretty groan-inducing.
If this person is the Space Center's director, then that means.
So you were one of the first to discover Clay's body, weren't you?
It's fucking cold in here.
Yeah, there's two people.
This is getting
One
out
of
of
them fucking
hand.
died. The other one's
Now
right
there are two of them.
Adjust your cloth and it'll be less cold.
My eye socket's freezing.
This is a Taga ass sprite.
That is
Taga ass
correct.
pros. Taga ass pose.
I was honored to be the very first man in all of space and time to discover the
That's really, really funny. The first man in space and time to discover.
Are you by any chance the space police?
That's fun. You can't tack the word space onto just any old thing you know.
Yes,
Not
you
that
can.
attitude.
Fuck you.
We're Mr. Starbucks lawyers. We're here to investigate his case.
Oh, and we're Earth lawyers, by the way.
Thank
Good.
you.
So any crime that is not committed on Earth is not in your jurisdiction. Fuck you.
Ah, I see. Yes,
Aye.
heard about you.
Heard of that?
In that case, my esteemed privilege, or by my esteemed privilege, I have esteemed privilege, I grant you permission to investigate. I trust you are appropriately grateful. Now go ahead, have at it. I can already tell he's going to be nothing but trouble.
Don't let him hear you say that. Or you'll see what trouble really is. Let's just be professional and ask him about when he found the body.
Yeah, so he did it, right? Like, he did it. We don't have to do any of this. He did it.
Hey, I have a badge.
I have a badge.
So, as director, what do you do here at the Space Center specifically?
Defend peace across the galaxy and promote space development in this country.
Keeping the peace at a dangerous skies. That is the role of the space director.
No matter.
No matter what obstacles stand in our way, we keep going for the sake of mankind.
We have so many aliens to fuck, you don't even know!
I believe I used the word specifically in my question.
Attention all personnel, to your break stations. Prepare for break.
Oh, I get it. You just wander around and tell people what to do in a self-important manner. Kind of like what Mr. Wright does.
That is exactly right. Because I'm an important man. My manner is important.
Mr. Wright, this man doesn't get sarcasm.
Kill him.
Well, there's bound to be some people like that. Boundlessness base.
What's that? You want to know what it is that makes me important, specifically? Very well. I will tell you. I was the central figure of the Hat 1 project.
Yeah, so the fact that it fucking fell apart is your fault.
Yeah. Why are you still here?
You may proceed to be appropriately impressed. Now go ahead. Have at it.
I might be more impressed if I knew what he did for it specifically. But first, let me show you a badge. Oh, boo!
Aw,
It's generic.
Boo! 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 Boo!
No point happy. I just imagine like this whole time Athena is
Athena,
just
boo!
holding this in her in the middle of the conversation. Denise is like, Athena,
Athena.
time and place. Did you tell us what you know about the incidents from the other day?
Mr. Wright, I need my slug.
I refuse.
What?
Explaining a job is for common folk, not the director of the center of the cosmos. My testimony, which will go down in space history, will be heard in the courtroom.
Oh, so you killed him. You killed him.
What? So, does that mean you'll be taking the stand tomorrow?
That is correct. I will be the most glorious witness in the history of mankind.
I'm not sure if he really understands what being a witness is all about.
There's some lot of hard ass shit.
Looks like Director Cosmos is the type that only talks about what he wants to talk about.
Well, let's at least try to ask him about the things he might be willing.
Talk about the shit you fucked up real bad.
Yeah. The Hat One was a rocket that launched into space 7 years ago.
Woo.
Correct? And despite numerous problems, it somehow made its way back home.
I suppose it is part of my job to educate ignorant young folk like you. Very well. I will impart to you the complete story of the Hat 1 project.
Thank you very much.
Hat 1's noble mission was to collect samples from an asteroid. And Mr. Starbuck was the pilot for that flight. Eventually, the Hat 1 reached its planned orbit, from where it launched the Hope probe towards the asteroid belt. From there, the Hope probe began its long, lonely journey into the far reaches of space.
I'm literally not hitting anything.
Then, after a terrifying struggle, the Hat 1 returned safely to Earth.
That struggle was when the incident known as the Hat 1 miracle occurred, right?
Correct! and it truly was a miracle. Of course, they just had to turn the ordeal into a movie. As for the Hope probe, it did eventually arrive safely at its destination. It obtained a few samples from the asteroid and returned to Earth but a few days ago.
So, what kind of samples are they? What's in them?
Alien semen.
I was gonna say cum, mostly.
The samples are scheduled for analysis in the near future.
You're not saying it's not cum.
I'm going through IVF. We haven't had time, since they just came back the day before Terran's murder.
They just came
Regrettably.
and got pushed back from the nut.
Just hear Apollo in the distance. From the nut.
From the nut.
Regrettably.
Dr. Hickfield, the sedative wore off. He needs another round. He's screaming about nut.
We've had no time to inspect the samples due to everything that has occurred. But this puts our space development program ahead of other countries by several years.
We got that space nut.
That's quite impressive. I guess this guy isn't just a loudmouth braggart after all. I mean, he is that, but like he's also
He is
actually
that,
doing
but
something.
he's got other shit.
In the golden age of space development.
I know it's just a normal star button, but it looked like a Mario star.
It does!
It does look like a Starman.
Our predecessors were successful in bringing a moon rock back.
Turned it
is
into
greatest.
portal jizz.
That is the greatest achievement in the history of this space center.
That's right. We gave Aperture their portal jizz.
The public fell in love with space and all of its glorious potential.
Moon rock, huh? I remember that being big.
Our endeavors with the moon rock live on in our work with those asteroid samples. I want to bestow new hopes and dreams for the future upon mankind once again. That is my mission, as the man who stands at the center of the cosmos.
I hear there's a lot of research into moon rocks and stardust from asteroids these days. They say the results could potentially have a huge impact on all of civilization.
Yeah, if an asteroid comes and impacts the Earth, they're gonna kill us.
If an asteroid comes, you say.
Space nut!
It's like we're in a new space race with every other country out there.
What? Bite your tongue! It's not for anything so base as
Ow!
Slaps her.
Oh!
So the
Ow!
brilliant future that awaits mankind, and all for my illustrious mission. With the recent budget cuts, my staff tells me finances are tight, but I won't hear it.
We're just Jack and I just both fucking destroying our voices right now.
Yeah, it's bound to be your turn.
Yeah.
I guess even a space program has to watch its budget. By the way, you seem awfully knowledgeable about this kind of...
Oh, you know, I thought I'd better brush up for the case.
That's so.
Well, I will be on my way. As you can see, I'm very busy. A very important man. Deborah, get the syringe ready.
I need my heroin.
I was talking about the space cum.
Infuse my heroin with space cum. Shoot it directly into my arm.
That is my favorite science fiction MacGuffin. It's like a very rare variant of alien semen that has heroin-like effect when injected. I guess you better get going too.
You bet. Let's make it so.
Make it so, bitch.
Nice, nice.
Get it? It's a
Sick,
Star
sick,
Trek joke.
Yeah. Look at my attorney's badge.
Athena. Look at.
My badge is starting to look pretty good on me, don't you think?
Suits you well.
I'm starting to feel like it gives me more dignity and presence, too.
I wouldn't go that far.
Right.
I think she might be expecting a little too much from one tiny little badge.
Mr. Wright, you're mean.
Again, I keep it on the inside.
I use my inside voice, Athena. December 19th.
Katie, you'd love to sit in that chair.
Don't call me out in 2 seconds. Don't do this to me.
It's sniped from like 50 meters away.
I didn't even say anything yet.
I'm sorry.
I didn't even get to fucking say anything. Can you tell which episode of Fetch was my favorite? It was the one where they got to do space trading and got to sit in the thing. December 19th, Cosmos Space Center boarding lounge.
So this is where Mr. Terran was.
It was
Yippee.
the Loch Ness Monster that's chilling over there.
Yeah, this is the lounge. Let's see that diagram the police made again.
Why do they keep being very specific? Like, this is the diagram the police made.
Right now, we're in the main building here on the right side, on the 3rd floor. Clay and Mr. Starbuck fled here from the launch pad after the explosion.
You there. No admittance without express permission.
We're Mr. Starbuck's lawyers. We come to investigate.
Sorry, nobody gets in without permission. Not even the superintendent. Can't have Detective Fulbright getting mad at me. So Detective Fulbright is here, huh? Yeah, he's in the Launchpad 1 corridor. Go get clearance from him and then we'll...
Leave it to me. I'm great at getting intel out of Detective Fulbright. Let's see. What trick should I use on him today? How should I gaslight this grown man?
I don't know if I should be grateful or afraid.
Both.
So, to get to the Launchpad 1 corridor,
Wee!
we just have to go through that door with the blue rocket on it, I think.
Alright, that door... looks awfully familiar.
Good eye there, boss. This is the door Clay and Mr. Starbuck used during their escape from the launch pad.
Oh, that explains it.
The fingerprint system has been deactivated, so I think we can just pass through. Now come on, let's go!
I want to click on shit in here, though.
You can't click on shit anyway.
Nope.
Can't have shit in Detroit. Oh, hello.
Robot.
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 Hello. You have the same vibe as Widget. That's very cute. December 19th, Cosmos Space Center Launch Pad 1 corridor.
So this is it, huh? This is the corridor the two of them use in their escape.
Yep, this is the only thing connecting launch pad 1 with the main building.
See police tape. I see police tape down at the other end. Guess at the launch. Guess the developers didn't build that room.
After the explosion, this whole corridor must have been filled with smoke.
And the launch pad itself is probably a sea of flames. Must have been pretty scary for them.
Now, where could Detective Fulbright be? Hey, I think that's him over there.
What should I do? Which path is the path of justice?
He seems to be lost.
that's funny. This corridor is a straight shot.
Oh, it's you lawyer people. Welcome to the Space Center. Enjoying a relaxing day off, or here for a little rocket sightseeing? We're here to investigate the scene, same as you. Do you have any info to share?
Boss, if he acts at all reluctant to give us information, I'll kick his ass.
I'll fuck his shit up.
We hit him with the whatever shall we do act. I'm sure he'll fall for it.
I can fucking hear you.
Got it?
Are you trying to catch the unruly family dog here or something? Info on the case, huh? Alright, I'll gladly share some with you.
Huh? What just happened?
Detectives and lawyers seeking truth and justice side by side. I like it.
Know your place.
Just take whatever you want from me, you info bandits. I'm in a generous mood today.
I don't know. There's something weird about Detective Fulbright today.
Well, we need information, so let's run with it.
If you say so.
What is your problem?
Detective Fulbright, could you give us permission to investigate the crime scene?
I don't know, maybe Tagal's just getting in my head, because now I'm just like, what's your problem? Why are you working with us now? What do you want? What is your fucking problem? I don't know if it's that deep, dog. This is fucking Dual Destinies. I don't know if they can do that shit.
There's an officer on guard and we can't get in. Oh, whatever shall we do?
That's an easy one. I'll let them know over there to let you in. Investigate to your heart's content. Take a week if you need it. A month even. Shall I have some snacks delivered? One of my men gives a mean neck rub.
How would you know that, Detective Fulbright?
How do you think?
Touché.
No, that's okay. But thanks. Definitely not the Fulbright I know.
Detective Fulbright is acting sickeningly sweet. It's kind of gross, actually. Do you think he hit his head or something?
No, it's just, me and Blackwell are trying some, fun stuff today, and, he said if I'm a good boy, then,
Bad cop.
he said if I'm a good boy, I get a happy ending today. Woof woof, baby.
Who knows?
Got cut off, and you know what? That's on our end, and you know what?
You guys are safe. Stream is not.
Yeah.
You'll hear it later.
Whatever the case, it's making our lives way easier.
So, what's your problem?
What is happening?
What?
You were
We're
here
on
at
Jeopardy.
You were here at the Space Center at the time of the incidents, weren't you? That's right! I was here on a security assignment.
Police are required to secure rocket launches now. I didn't know that.
Yes. Well, you know us. To serve and protect. Explosion occurred while I was here on duty, so I started leading the evacuation. I'm a little quieter because my folks are.
No,
in
that's
bed.
not the problem. Don't even worry about that.
He's leaving out a lot of details, but okay. Could you tell us more about what happened?
What is your problem?
Of course. A bomb went off on the second floor of the main building. Right after that, the one over in Launchpad 1 also blew sky high. So I immediately instructed the visitors and the employees to evacuate the shelter. The shelter. That's right, there's an evacuation shelter in the basement of the Space Center. They're for accidents and emergencies and the like.
So, where were you when the first bomb went off?
I was on duty on the 4th floor. It's quite the madhouse, I tell you. The elevator wasn't working on account of the explosion. And the stairs on the 2nd floor were destroyed, so we couldn't go that way.
Then, wasn't it impossible to get down to the basement shelter?
No, we lowered an emergency ladder from a 4th window and escaped that way. It was a folding ladder, so it wasn't very stable, but at least it reached the ground. After I secured the ladder, I left to take another look around for any survivors. Once everyone else got out safely, I made my way down too and headed to the shelter.
Wow, what an ordeal. But climbing down an emergency ladder kinda sounds fun.
Thank you for your answers, Detective. They were very helpful. Just a moment. I have some more information to share with you. But don't tell Prosecutor Blackwell, okay? I'm trying this thing where, like, I get in trouble with him.
It's kind of
Wow.
hot.
And Prosecutor Blackwell usually has you on a short leash, too.
You
I
have
told
no
you.
idea.
We're trying something new today, I told you.
Well, never mind that. I just thought you should know that. Happy music.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Could you tell us more about this witness?
No.
Sure thing. The witness was a Space Center employee who was on the 4th. While she was climbing down, she looked through a window into the 3rd floor lounge.
So, she was looking into the crime scene from the outside.
That's right! It was just a matter of chance that she saw something important. Not that I know what she saw exactly yet, though.
You don't? But that's the most important thing of all.
Don't you worry. I'll get around to interviewing her soon enough. She should still be somewhere in the Space Center. You might even run into her. 4th floor employee, huh? Alright. Thanks for the info, Detective Fulbright.
Hey, you sure are being cooperative, Detective. A little too cooperative, even.
Yes, well... Actually, something you can't talk about? Yeah, something like that. Anyway, never mind. Don't worry about me. Well, I'll be on my way now. What's that all about?
I don't know, I'm sure we'll find out in like case 5.
Something is definitely going on. I'm going to get it out of him the next time I see him.
Okay. Not so sure he'll talk about it, though. Well, we have permission to investigate now. Let's head back to the boarding.
I will admit, I'm getting a little EB.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was like looking ahead at this, and I think
We can stop right
after-
before we actually start investigating.
I
if you
think
want.
like we unless you're just like really tired right now, we could. I was like looking through it, and like if we do just this room, that's like the halfway / over halfway point of the investigation, so that we
Okay,
can
then-
pick it up
Yeah,
there
okay.
next time.
Yeah, then we can do that, yeah.
December 19th, Cosmos Space Center Boarding Lounge.
Oh, you two! Detective Fulbright has granted you permission to investigate. He also said I should bring you some snacks or give you a neck rub too, if you'd like.
That's all right. But thank you for the offer.
Well, time to roll up our sleeves and start investigating. Let's see. Where's that diagram again? So this lounge is on the 3rd floor of the main building. And according to Apollo, this is where he believes a third party killed his friend.
Well, let's stop the recap and start looking for traces of this third person then.
You read my mind, Athena. We'll make that our first priority. There's just one problem, though. This room... It's just so big.
Don't worry. We can use this to help us.
A Space Center pamphlet for tourists.
Yep. Picked it up at the entrance. The maps inside. The maps inside should come in handy.
The maps inside should come in.
Come in handy.
Let's see. Yep. Here it is. A map of the lounge.
Okay, I don't think you need a map of this. Like, it's big, but it's not.
It's not that big.
It's not complicated.
This is the door we went through to talk to Detective Fulbright.
This leads you to Strawberry Tower, right? And then if you go through the door, it goes to Strawberry
Pretty
House.
much.
But if you go up the
Yeah,
elevator, you get a
Yeah.
Grape House.
That's the door with the fingerprint recognition. I guess this map will make things a little easier.
Great.
Yeah. No more excuses. Let's track down the third person.
Wait, there's just one more thing. I saw you do it. What's that strange creature moving around outside the window?
Oh, boss. That's where they get the space come from.
Don't say that. Oh, yeah, I knew that. It's a relief.
There should be a button somewhere in this room to turn the image on. That's what it says in the pamphlet, anyway.
One reason you're so eager to start is so you can push the button, isn't it?
And what's wrong with that? Let's just look for the button while we're looking for clues.
I love Athena. Alright, come on, let's...
Fucking play the game.
Let's go! Whee!
No matter how I look at it, all I can... Torture device. But I guess it's a training device. Zero gravity.
Yeah, it fucks up your inner ear.
We just saw in the chat Phoenix rolled up his sleeves. Promise.
I can't
Promise!
believe they did the Star Wars Hotel and also did better. So true. Uh-oh. Athena has an odd glint in her. Try that thing. I should try to stop her. But I'm afraid she'll just outmuscle me.
Hey, Mr. Wright, look at that up there.
Some kind of fragment. Stuck in tight. Oh, so that's what the glint was all about.
That color looks familiar. I think it's part of an oxygen tank.
That color looks familiar. Oh yeah, it's fucking gray.
Gray.
Like everything else in this fucking room, Athena.
I think you're right. But if that's here, it means that Clay's tank ruptured after they arrived at the boarding lounge.
Yeah, I thought we...
Yeah,
Like,
but
I
this
thought-
is evidence that proves
Oh.
it.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, Prosecutor Blackwell's theory that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay down the ladder must be wrong. This proves that both the astronauts were alive when they reached the boarding lounge.
So Apollo was right. The scene of the murder wasn't the launch pad. Good, because the developers didn't want to have to build that room.
Way to go, Apollo.
Never doubted you for 1 second. Except for every second where I doubted you.
Except for all of those seconds. First glance, it looks like a peaceful landscape, but then there's that creature.
That damn smile.
Didn't the Hope probe go to some planet? Maybe this
that
is
what-
what its surface looked like.
Is that what Makoto Naegi calls his dick?
What? Oh, the Hope probe? Oh, that's
Yeah.
so stupid.
Thank you.
I don't know.
It's
I
like-
think
it's
I think it would have made the news if discovered a creature.
It did make quite a bit of news, though, when the probe came back.
Yeah, but the Hope probe didn't even go to a planet. It went to an asteroid. That's a big rock kind of thing. Even aliens can't live there.
Judgy bitch.
That's me.
Hi, Phoenix Wright. Judgy bitch.
Some pretty futuristic looking furniture over there.
According to the pamphlet,
I love that even at age 20, like, such like a old man already.
Damn.
In terms of how he like just things, and that's still the same now.
No, it's like I always like to joke around that it's like people always get on Edgeworth for being an old man, but no, Edgeworth is old-fashioned. Phoenix is an old man.
Yes, that is 100% true.
according to the pamphlet, those are no ordinary chairs.
They're space
They're like
chairs.
amusement park teacup rides. You can power them yourself, it says. If you spin the table, your chair spins too.
Why would anybody want to have something like that here?
Fidget toy!
Mr. Wright, have a little whimsy in your life.
Someone's lacking.
Someone's
What was
lacking
it?
some whimsy. I don't remember.
Someone's lacking their teenage girl whimsy or something.
Mm.
It's for astronauts who have trouble with the device on the ceiling. No vertical spins. It says it's a training device that's easy on the eyes and on the body.
Accessible training. We love to see it.
Can a person really call themselves an astronaut? Hero.
Diversity and inclusion hates him.
Diversity lost. This bisexual man is ableist.
Women, am I right? Diversity lost. This bisexual man is all such an.
A window, and it's right next to the holographic image, too. I bet it's here to help people see the stark contrast between reality and virtual reality.
Way off. It says emergency ventilation. This is for venting.
See, it's pointing out the virtual insanity of reality.
I love you, Athena.
She's like if Maya was a comp. So it looks like there are 3 doors that lead in and out of this room.
Well, let's check. Drum roll, please. Ta-da! The Space Center pamphlet.
You can just use your eyes. Eyes!
We're here at this place that says Boarding Lounge 1. You got that, Mr. Wright? Here are the 3 doors. Okay, let's call them Lefty, Righty, and Downy.
I don't think you should say that. People usually say west, east, and south in a case like this, you know?
Details, details. Anyway, take a look at the west door. I'm sorry, the lefty door. That door with the rocket icon leads to Launch Pad 1. I know, because it says here on the map, Launch Pad 1 corridor.
So Grape House.
So that's where we were with the detective. It was filled with smoke after the explosion.
Right. Next up, the right-hand side of the map, or east in your world. That's the door with the satellite dish icon to signify communication, aka the control room.
Yeah, but definitely says control room. Looks like it has another door on the opposites.
I know this is so hard for you to understand because you still have a rotary phone, so I'm just trying to explain.
I'm making sure you're keeping up with me, Mr. Wright.
Motherfucker is Alexander Graham Bell on speed dial.
Motherfucker still says ahoy ahoy when he answers the
Motherfucker
phone.
says ahoy hoy. Ahoy hoy.
They communicate and exchange information with rockets and probes in space from here.
Okay.
So, It's the center of the Space Center. The Space Center, if you will.
Ah, the heart of the chicken kitchen.
The heart of the chicken kitchen.
The
Or
kitchen.
as most people call it, the kitchen. Does everyone start to talk like Director Cosmo's been here a while? You know what? That explains a lot.
But it seems that they built a new command center on the 6th floor. That's what they used for the Hat 2 mission. So this control room was empty at the time.
Who's wanted to see the inside of a mission? Since we're here.
I'd love to do that too, but it doesn't look like we'll be able to. They want to keep curious kids like you out. So the door is protected with fingerprint recognition. Only the director can go through.
There's only one thing to do. We have to
Cut off his hand.
Yeah. With that much security, I'm definitely not the one they're looking to keep out. Athena.
So apparently the lock is also hooked up to a backup generator in case of emergency.
This is a lot of detail to have on a map.
They're really like, no one was fucking in there. Can't stress it enough.
Bro.
No one was there.
Okay, what about the last door? Do a spinny spin.
This lower door, oh, excuse me, I mean south door, it leads to the elevators.
Whee. This is the door we came through when we entered this room.
Yep. And of course, there was no fingerprint recognition device, so it's open to anyone.
But the elevators weren't working at the time due to the explosion.
Well, that's about it for the 3 musketeers of the boarding lounge.
You are so fucking weird, Athena. Thanks. Understanding the layout of the lounge should help us understand the... That's why I thought we'd better have a good grasp of where all the doors go.
Yeah, that was for, our benefit. Like, sure thing.
Bright purple sky, plenty of greenery, and a tranquil... idyllic scene stretches on as far as the eye can see.
What is it about winter that brings out the poetry in people?
Old man Peabody owned all of it. He had this crazy idea about breeding... It's beautiful, but it lacks something to make it truly captivating. Probably AI generated.
We can go sideways. No, we can't. Whatever.
What?
Fuck me. Alright.
This must be the security camera that recorded the astronauts making their escape.
Their mistake.
Master Chief, you mind telling me what you're doing, monitor? Sir, security camera.
Oh, let's commemorate this occasion with love and peace.
No shot.
What the fuck are you doing?
That's a Trigun joke. That's a reference to hit 1998 anime Trigun.
See, I told you Dual Destinies was good.
Hold on. Hold on, folks. I have to DM Ren. Ren!
Ren, get in here. Ren, get in here.
Actually, that might work.
Ren.
That might
Ren,
work.
Ren.
If I go Ren,
It's
get in
too
here.
late. It's
Ren.
too
No,
late.
it's not.
Ren, no.
It's
No,
not. It's
Not
not.
for Ren.
Not for Ren.
It's late for me.
It's later for us.
I went to bed at 3 a.m. last night. It's late.
Okay, as this is happening, I'm gonna the least amount of things we need to click. Okay.
Oh, he's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
All right, perfect. Okay, so we have.
Sorry, it's important.
Okay, other things.
Amy,
we
don't
need-
be mad at me. I'm sorry.
Ren.
Ren.
Ren!
Ren.
Look!
Click stream. Nice.
It's a Trigun!
Love and peace. She is! Holy fuck. Sorry, I just saw the peace sign. I'm so tired.
Me too, bestie.
Oh my god, look at her. Good game.
They made a Trigun joke in the year
I'm
of our Lord
always saying this, Ren.
2013.
Now we could talk to Janet Sue about Trigun.
Now we can talk to Janet Sue about Trigun. Really, that's what matters. Ace Attorney 7, it's just a Trigun crossover. Vash the Stampede is there.
Yeah, you have to defend him in court.
You have to defend Vash the Stampede in court. Noted, wanted, outlaw.
You didn't do it.
He didn't. Your Honor, free my man. He didn't do shit.
Thanks, bestie.
Thank you, bestie.
Farewell, my friend.
Mwah.
What a nice
That was
young man.
important. What a nice young man. What a nice young man.
If you're done Trigun posting, can we meet?
No!
Yeah, okay. But just one more for the road. Peace!
Very mature. Okay, look at the body outline.
The fucking year of our Lord 2013. I don't even think. Like, I think the most
This
recent
is-
thing that it. Yeah. I'm gonna keep talking.
So this is where they discovered.
Yeah. He was already dead when they found him.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the
Yeah.
photo.
When you find a body, that's usually what happens. Oh, let's take a look at the photo again.
Oh, thank you, Athena.
Thank you for showing this to me. I'm gonna frame it and put it on my wall. Wait,
It
I'm
goes
just
right next
imagining-
to my little Kim Kitsuragi.
I'm literally imagining.
Save me, space boy.
This is
Save me.
kind of like the guy. Saika Maizono shrine, but it's just like
The Sayaka
an entire wall just in like
Just in the one
framed
sprite.
like framed pictures of this, not even the other one, but just this one.
There you go, bestie. Have it.
Stretched out like this, and what's this thing that looks like a thermos? Also, I'm pretty sure that's a brand name.
What, thermos?
Yeah,
I think so. It might just be normalized enough.
it's just weird because it's not like a
Dumpster.
It's not that common.
I think.
Is dumpster a brand
I
name
think
too?
dumpster's a brand name.
I know ketchup is.
Okay. That's the thing that Prosecutor Blackwell mentioned when I was in court with Apollo. He said it contains asteroid samples.
Oh, the
Asteroids.
alien jizz. That's right.
Oh yeah, Director Cosmos mentioned something about that, didn't he? They were brought back only 5 days ago by the probe. I wonder if that's relevant.
I wonder what they look like. Do you think they'll let us see?
Let's think about that after we've solved the case. Okay.
Probably look at the bat. Or the
yeah.
door. The bat. Let's the bat. Ooh.
Here's another amazing piece of equipment. Walk on the surface of the moon.
Oh boy, I want to try it. Gravity is weak on the moon, so I bet I could do mid-air somersaults.
We're still on Earth, remember? Besides, it's connected to the ceiling.
Well, at least I could jump really high.
I love that, like, her smile, like, her widget is smiling, even though she's, like, determined look on her face. I like the contrast when they do stuff like that.
Wow.
There's a sign on the wall that very clearly says, "Don't jump too high."
Then what good is this thing?
Didn't I say in the beginning, walk on the surface?
Lock the fuck in, Athena.
It's a trapdoor.
It's a garbage chute.
It's a trash chute. The cleaning robots throw the garbage out from here.
Get it together, Mr. Right.
Robots do the cleaning?
Instead of women?
What a futuristic world we live in. Just hope they don't revolt like they do in science fiction.
What year is it? Like 2027 or so?
Yeah,
26?
Yeah, 27. December 27.
Yeah, we still have like 11 years. That's fine.
No way! All the robots here are very nice. Actually, wasn't there one in Launchpad 1 corridor? We can go say hi to it if you want.
Always treat the robots nice so that when the singularity comes, they will spare you.
They
Check
will
the.
be-
Yeah, you can click on that.
There's so many things to click on.
I wonder what this big knob is for. It looks like the knob on a stove.
Well, it's the same shape, but I think that's where the similarity then.
Ow.
I mean, it's behind a glass pane. What kind of stove would require knob security like
Well, the knob is straight up and down, so if it was for a stove, the burner would be off.
Right, if it was for a stove. So I wonder what it's really for.
Something turned on by a knob that's not a stove.
You know
Sounds
what
like your
100%.
boyfriend.
I would know about that.
If you had to start the engine here, the rocket would take off.
And I guess all we can say for now is that it's a mystery knob.
Good job, Athena.
This is the fingerprint recognition device. I guess you put your hand on the tan mark.
Why, I guess when you can try not to line my hand up with the outline.
Don't, Athena. This thing is related to the case. Your prints all over that, and the next thing you know, you'll be named as.
Aww, how could you be so cruel to a little girl like me? I mean, I know why, but I'm still gonna ask.
I'm not buying those tears, Missy.
Missy.
Let's see. This door is... Where's that pamphlet? Here we are. It's the door to the corridor that leads to Launchpad 1. We went through it earlier when we went to talk to Detective Fulbright.
So I guess the security lock must be disengaged now. They say the corridor was filled with smoke at the time of the bombing. This thing beside the door. Fingerprint recognition device.
Which reminds me, I think Prosecutor Blackwell talked about it at the trial.
It's fucking cold in here.
You're gonna steal my character again, I say.
It's fun. I haven't gotten to do my British man in a very long time. I'm sorry. I miss him. I miss him dearly. I'm sorry.
To be honest, whenever I hear your Cosmo voice, Kate, the first thing I remember is, it looks like Prosecutor Gavin's on the phone.
Looks like Prosecutor Gavin's on the phone.
And does this mean that the bomber's prints were verified by the system? But the number of authorized personnel was supposed to be really small.
The call's coming from inside the house, I see.
Voila! Fingerprint powder. I brought it just in case something like this came up.
Holy shit, where'd you get that?
I
Keep
found it
stealing
at
the white
office.
powder from your office.
I've just been itching for a chance to use it.
Hey, that was from a friend of mine.
Just don't inhale it.
Way to think ahead.
Or do. I'm not your dad.
Let's dust the device.
You got it. Now to sprinkle some here and a little over there and...
Do I get to play
No
the game?
No minigame for you, bitch.
Fuck my asshole, Dual Destinies.
Let's see what we have here.
You came out on the 3DS, I think.
Yes.
You did.
Why no minigame?
They really just said, our goal is to streamline the investigations as much as humanly possible.
I get it, but like, dog, you keep
I
cock
know.
teasing me.
Oh, we've got something. Aw, it's only a single set of prints.
Isn't that a good thing? I wish you could figure out whose prints these are. I doubt you'll be so lucky as to get the culprit's prints on the first try.
Well, I'm willing to bet that Detective Fulbright has some fingerprint data.
Right, and there's security footage of the store, too.
Yes, here it is. It came up in court the other day.
I wish we could see the part of the footage just after this bit.
Oh, because that would be right before the murder, wouldn't it? Let's ask the detective. With the mood he's in, he'll probably show it to us right away.
Hey, he's in almost too good of a mood today. Let's go see if we can find him once we're done with this room. Okay, so the other things to check, the gutter.
Oh, the...
Which you might need to go back to the, you might need to click on the,
Oh, on the... Yeah, maybe. Alright,
yeah,
hold on.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Please don't be the wall, please don't be the wall, thank you. Oh.
Ooh.
Hello.
Hey, I see something shiny down here.
Let's take this cover off then.
What's this? It looks like a metal jelly bean.
I thought that was
Come on,
Phoenix for a
Athena.
second, and I was gonna kill him.
It's really small, but it's a bullet. It's only about 2 to 3 millimeters in diameter.
You haven't seen how small bullets can get, Mr. Wright.
Let's see, that would make the caliber .10?
Caliber refers to the diameter of a gun's barrel, right?
Yeah, but I've never heard of a .10 caliber gun before.
It's a space gun.
This bullet must be for a special kind of gun.
Space gun.
I bet if you tried firing a bullet this small with a regular sized gun, it would just fall right out.
Yeah, it's been a really small gun.
Not a small gun, just a small bullet.
I wonder how the bullet ended up here. I mean, we're in the bottom left, on the south door side of the room, according to this map. That's pretty far from where Clay's body was. Maybe the police didn't think to look here.
Yeah, leave it to Detective Fulbright to accidentally hand us the card we... Just the card we need. Okay. Now... go to the one angle we haven't been to. These are apparently oxygen capsules. They're for recovery after a training set.
I wonder if they can change your voice. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Huh? They didn't do a thing.
It's not helium, Athena. It's oxygen.
Good job, girly. Never changed.
Oh, a mirror! How thoughtful of them to put one here.
Thoughtful?
So the ladies can fix their makeup. The fuck? One's appearance is just as important in space as it is on Earth, you know. You never know when you're going to run into some other life form, after all.
You always need to look
Alien
fuckable.
fucker.
Boss, you don't understand. You always have to look fuckable.
Women, am I right? Yeah. I doubt anyone who thinks like that would ever become an astronaut in the first place.
Okay, now that's sexist.
An attractive
See, even Kendall didn't
astronaut.
like that.
Don't make me laugh.
Kendall didn't even like that.
There's something, you missed something.
I know, there's always fucking something.
Phoenix, you missed something. Use the evidence to prove you have a gorilla grip
Gorilla grip coochie.
in the other angle.
Of course. Ba-dum.
Down.
Oh, hello.
Some kind of panel with 2 buttons on it here.
Just push it. That's the invariable principle of buttons.
There are such things as buttons left unpushed.
By cowards and pussies.
Hey, the giant holographic image disappeared.
Yeah, though that side of the wall seems kind of barren without it now. So let's see if we can't find anything new with the...
Oh, delicious.
holographic image off the screen is completely black. For some reason, makes me think of losing an argument to Prosecutor Blackwell.
You've never faced Prosecutor Blackwell. Shut the fuck up.
This has got my brain wrecked up. I come up with best ideas at times like... Actually, Kate, he has. We just haven't seen it yet.
Oh, right. Of course he has. Of course he has. I forgot that was against Blackwell. I forgot that was against Blackwell. Right, because that's where the...
Isn't it so
Of
funny?
course he's squandering this one chance I've given him.
Hey, Mr. Wright, take a look at this.
That new samurai kid you're teaching is the prosecution. Of course.
Looks like a bullet hole. Great find, Athena.
Looks like a spider web.
Yeah, I thought it was a spider web.
It's pretty big. Whoever fired the shot must have been using a pretty large gun.
Big gun, small gun.
I mean, people say it's like average size. In fact, like other people think it's big, but you know,
Size doesn't matter. You
size
think
doesn't
so?
matter, Athena.
Based on my experience, I'd say this was fired from a regular.
Well, whatever size it was, somebody fired a gun in here, right?
Apparently. This is an important fact. Do you see a bullet around somewhere?
No. No.
No.
The police might have taken it, though.
I guess a bullet near this thing.
Let's ask Detective Fulbright about this bullet hole later.
Yeah, in like 2 weeks. We won't know what to do.
Welcome to the Space Center, guests. Welcome.
Yikes! What in the world?
My name is Ponko. Ponco. Ponko.
I would die for you, Ponko.
Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you looking around? Choose one. I will guide you.
This robot is like the embodiment of the :3.
I would die for Ponko.
It's a robot. And they
I
gave
am
it
not a robot. I am Ponko.
and they gave it tits.
Psychological observation and navigation companion. Ponco. Ponko.
Ponko, you could fix me.
Well, I'm glad we got that cleared up.
Oh, Ponko! I've missed you!
Huh? Do you know this thing, Athena?
Oh! She showed us around the last time when I came here with Apollo. Oh, you're such a good girl, Ponko. That's a good girl.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy. So very happy.
New autism creature just dropped.
Wow, guide robot. That's pretty cool. My name is Phoenix Wright. Nice to meet you.
I don't know you. I don't know you.
Who asked?
Stranger danger.
Huh. Ouch, that hurt.
Oh, she has to register people she meets for the first time. Please register him, Ponko.
Certainly. Commencing guest registration. Please tell me your name. A nickname is fine too.
His name is Phoenix.
A bit overly familiar, but I'll allow it.
He's not a Hodokun.
He's Ryuichi. Even worse.
Ryuichi.
Phoenix, please let me get a good look at your face.
Your data has been uploaded to the dark web.
Finding
Oh,
prices.
Sure.
Registering. Facial registration sequence complete.
The cops will now be able to find you.
We are now officially friends. Nice to meet you, Phoenix.
The average price for one of your kidneys is
$600,000.
Each of your fingers is worth $33.
And 27 cents.
This robot is pretty cute.
Ponko, I would die for you.
You made a friend, boss. Isn't it great?
It would be so awesome.
Phoenix.
It would be so cool.
Athena, allow me to guide you. Right this way.
Oh, goody. Let's go, boss.
Go where?
We'll find out
So
in 2 weeks.
Next week. Or
next
2 weeks from
next
now.
time.
2 weeks.
So one thing that you can do here, go to court record.
Oh, I would love to go to court record.
There's a little go to E again.
E.
Notes
E.
tab. So when we come back, we'll remember what to do.
Oh my god.
It's so fun that they put this in, and like you never need it because it's so streamlined. It's like
And they tell
like,
you what
Yeah.
like you have to do.
yeah.
Oh, that's
I like
incredible.
I like that you're
Truly-
only. This has
truly
been here
the 4th through
the
6th
entire
port.
game, but you never.
The 4 through
so
6
good.
port has been so kind, and like
Mhm.
ever since like the Taga port, it's like, oh, there's a log. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
fuck, yeah, great, awesome.
Yeah, the notes feature was in the original too, 5 and 6.
That's so
It's-
good.
It's
That's so good.
it's so weird. I mean, you get why they added it in, but like, the games that really need it are the games that don't have it.
Exactly.
Okay. So what are we? So how are we feeling far about the cosmic turnabout?
I would die for Ponko. That's what I'm feeling.
I've known Ponko for 5 minutes, etc.,
And if
etc.
anything happened to them, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself.
And myself.
I like how involved Apollo is for so much of this case, and then he's not.
He served his time.
It's funny because I always think of case 4 as like this is Apollo's case, and then you play it and it's like, oh, he's only in it like this one.
This is Apollo's boyfriend's case.
Yes.
There hasn't been enough Clay Terran yet for me. I want more. I want to talk more about
Oh,
dead
you-
boyfriends.
yes.
Because Ace Attorney is truly about what? Dead boyfriends. That's right.
Boyfriends and dead dads.
Yes.
No
Dead
men
moms.
can live in this house.
And dead sisters.
And dead
Hey,
sisters. And dead moms.
Dead family members.
Yes.
Dead loved ones.
Everyone's dead. Soon you will be too.
And
Unless
on
you're
that
Phoenix
note-
Wright, in which case you will be saved from death at every opportunity.
Anyway, I have to go to bed.
I also
Yeah.
have to go to bed. Thank you for joining us on tonight's episode of Dual Destinies. 2 weeks from now, I will desire more space yaoi. But until then, we have Persona 3 Reload, Great Ace Attorney 2, more Sam and Max the Devil's Playhouse, and Baldur's Gate 3, and then Persona 3 Reload again, and Tagatu, and Devil's Playhouse again. And then we will be back for more Dual Destinies. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are. Clay Taryn is the prettiest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life.
Damn right. Damn right.
And
It
until
has
next
been
time.
implanted.
Bye. Amy, we just gotta talk about stuff.